Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for being here Friday. Thanks to everyone who showed up early. Inspired me to come on instead of just sitting around another 4 minutes. Fu Man Poo, I hope your cramped hammies or hammers are getting better there. I know what it's like to have some cramped body parts. I had a cramped chest muscle a few nights ago, just randomly in the middle of the night. Went away, fortunately. But hey, what's up? Hey, Uncle, what is up? How are you doing? So yeah, just chilling here on a Friday night. I'm glad you guys are here, my Friday friends, my Friday peeps. You guys know I like coming on and chatting with y'all, so I couldn't resist that. If I was ready, let's come on early and start chilling. So yeah, if everyone it needs a few more minutes to get here, totally cool. No problem. But yeah, if anyone wants to be here a little early with me, and we could hang out and chat for a little while on our own in private, sort of, totally cool. Hey Sarah, yeah, great advice for food there. Yeah, crampings. Often, I'm not a doctor or anything, but yeah, it's common wisdom that water or dehydration, lack of water, dehydration can be a common cause. So yeah, drink up, not with booze or anything, but with water. And yeah, some electrolyte water probably wouldn't help too, getting remineralized a bit there, our electrolytes. Let's see. So yeah, Sarah, every Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes I go a little later. Depends how how it's going, how my energy is, how tired I might be, how exhausted I might be from usually having a Friday gym trip earlier in the day, and just what kind of topic is going on, what we're talking about, and I'm just kind of reading the vibe of the room and just reading my energy. So yeah, often we go a little past that, maybe another half hour or so. Sometimes I'll go an extra hour. But anyway, whatever time it is right now, guys, you guys know, whatever time it is right now, this is when we do it. Every Friday, I came on a couple minutes early. But yeah, it's 6 p.m. here, so whatever time it is, mark this down in your calendar, set a reminder. Hopefully, if you're a channel member, the Happy Fam, all you guys, thank you so much. Hopefully, YouTube sends you a notification for these live streams and all our stuff, hopefully all our content. Speaking of which, Angie wanted me to remind you, she made for you guys, our channel members, Happy Fam, a couple short videos for you this week. Nothing like earth shattering. Don't worry if you're not a Happy Fam. It wasn't like she revealed the secret to veganism or the universe or anything like that. Just some stuff that we shot at Disneyland or Disney California Adventure. And she told me that there'll be something else that she's whipping together too in a few days. So look on the if you guys don't know, our Happy Fam people, just look on the, what's that called? The community tab or community page on the Happy Healthy Vegan YouTube page, and you'll get all the links and everything there. Hey, Bill, I told you it's obligatory now that you told us about your condition. You must come every Friday and let us know you're still here. And if you ever planned for some reason to stop attending Friday live streams, you must come and tell us. We'll be sad, obviously, but we don't want to be worried about you or anything. So you got to be here, Bill. Or if you're not going to be, let us know. Yes, I am moving on from YouTube or social media or something like that. Like I said, hope that doesn't happen to you, Bill. But hey, did you watch that Lakers in-season Western Conference playoff game last night? Damn, that was a pretty impressive showing by LeBron and company there. Very dominant game for them. Yeah, proof of live, Uncle. Yes, we need you to come here and just show us you're still around, Bill. So, let's see, what was going on? What was that fool you were watching YouTube trucking videos about pooping in buckets because truck stop toilets are often full? Wow, I was not aware of that. So professional truckers have a poop bucket that they carry with them. Wow. Oh yeah, and I got my I think I see Vegan Metalhead. Yeah, I got my vegan cult member shirt. I remember I saw Vegan Metalhead sharing this on his social media. I think I saw it on Facebook, maybe Instagram too. But yeah, Vegan Cult Member. If you want one of these suckers for Christmas, you can get one. Here is the let's see. Let's go to the link. Well, that's weird. A blank page. Wait, hang on one second. Something's weird here. 1 second, guys. I'm glad I'm checking this stuff out now. Yeah, it's a blank page. But anyway, if you go to our store, merch.happyhealthyvegan.org, you can get all of our various shirts. Let me put a link for you in the live chat if you would like to get one of these or one of our many shirts. You can get the Happy Healthy Vegan Classic shirt. You can get Doesn't Suck Being Vegan. Our shirts Ah man, I can't. I have a problem typing. It's probably because I'm vegan. No, probably because I never learned to type properly. I just hack it out. There you guys go. If you want to get any of our vegan shirts, doesn't suck being vegan, happy all the vegan cult member, all there. I even think Angie uploaded or allowed you guys to buy vegan cult leader if you want to be your own vegan cult leader. But earlier it was just available for us, but she made it public rather than hidden or private or something like that. So anyway, let's see. Yay, Diablo, good to see you, man. You're yeah, it's always cool when you come on because I know you're up late in like Norway, is it? Or is it Sweden? Scandinavia, right? But anyway, I'm glad you're up. We have trolls already. All right, what do you guys think we should do with our first troll of the night? I'm meat eater. Meat is good. Ho, 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 ho. You sound so intelligent there. Yeah, your arguments are so amazing. I love burger. Yeah, I think we're all going to go vegan now because of your convincing, cogent, logical arguments, your art of persuasion, your art of breaking down a difficult concept and showing us the true facts. Yeah, it's so amazing. I think we all will say you have just debunked veganism. We're all going to go vegan now because of the argument. I eat meat burger. I eat meat. I like burger. All right, yeah. Anyway, yeah, veganism debunked. Anyway, thanks, Uncle, for dealing with the situation there. Appreciate it. Timed out to think about it. What's it going to think about? I don't see how in like 300 seconds a person's going to go from I like the meat burger to, I think I would like Ryan to explain to me what the definition of veganism actually means and see if that's something I can apply to myself and self-reflect. I don't think we're going to go from like, primitive caveman brain. And again, it's no offense to the Geico caveman out there. It's totally cool. I like you guys. Go from that to someone with like reasonable modern thinking and intelligence. I don't think we're going to make like a 5 million year evolutionary jump in 300 seconds, but we can hold out some hope for I like meat burger person. Hey AJ, how's it going? And yeah, Fu Man, I know some of us are caveman or cave people, cave persons. So yeah, no offense to any cave people out there. But yeah, Uncle is really kind, Sarah. I would just have blocked him, but Uncle timed him out. We'll see. Since you timed him out, Uncle, keep an eye on our cave person. I like meat person, and see if they come back and give us more of the same nonsense. Just ban them. I'm 99.9% sure they're not going to come back and say anything of any like substance beyond like the one-line bot caveman meat-eating bot pose that we've seen so far. Anyway, do people identify as cave people, Allison? I don't know. I thought Tim Sheaf identified as a caveman, right? He thought he was like a caveman, so I'm just holding, that out there. If you identify as a cave person, totally cool. Yeah, man cave is not the same as a caveman, huh? Diablo said most of the world will be vegan by 2075. Wonder how they calculated that out, or are they just spitting something out that someone else said? You never know how the AI model was trained. But anyway, that's cool. I hope so. That'd be amazing. Even if we had half the world vegan by then. Not just eating plants, but actually doing it for, because they've realized that animals being exploited for their meals is not something that they should be comfortable with, because it involves cruelty and exploitation and harm and ultimately killing of animals, and we don't have to do that kind of thing. Just eat plants. So anyway, I love those Geico commercials, Fu Man Poo. That's what I was referring to. If you happen to be a Geico caveman, no offense or anything like that. What's that Go Vegan for Life? Up yours, me? aka hypocritical narcissistic posers. Wow, thanks for getting rid of that person. Hope you banned that person. Let's look at why people get banned. It's not because I'm a narcissist. It's because I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I'm vulnerable. I have emotions and feelings, and I don't open myself up. I don't let any idiot, any hateful person, any bigot with some kind of axe to grind, or not, about me, or just me and vegans in general, to come here and just say stuff that goes against basic rules of civility. And before a newcomer makes a post into our comments here, they should have got a little message from YouTube of the basic rules here, what we expect. And this is it. Be civil. No personal attacks, right? Come from narcissistic, hypocrite, blah, blah, blah. Harassment, you did that too. I didn't even read if you got anything about me being non-white or maybe I'm not toxically masculine enough for you or I'm too old for. I didn't even get to that kind of bigotry, but I already saw the first two. So that's why we got rid of you. But let's put it like this. If someone came up to me at the gym today on the basketball court and started talking to me like that, if we didn't get in a fight, I would just like, hey, I have nothing to say to you. Get out of my face, a-hole. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, a lot of people think they have the right to get in other people's faces, and a lot of people think they have the right to make their voice heard to anyone and everyone that they want to make it heard to. No, you don't. Not everyone has the right to communicate with me. You could consider it a privilege, just be cool. Don't violate the basic rules of civility. Oops. Don't violate the basic rules of civility, and we can get along. But if you can't be a decent human being, and if you insist on being a complete a-hole, or bigot, or any of this stuff here that we outlawed, you're banned. Just simply because that's what I would do in real life. I would not interact with you, and why the hell should I do it online? So anyway, 2 hits, Uncle. Did the cave meat person come back, Uncle? Is that you're referring to about 2 hits? Let me know if you did. Because that was my prediction. And my predictions are usually right because I'm an old man and I've seen a lot of crap over the years, and I'm pretty good at predicting people's behaviors based on their past actions. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not perfect. That's why I said I'm 99.9% sure if that caveman comes back, he's just going to do more nonsense. Yes, AJ, it is a privilege to talk with the vegan cult leader. You got that right. It is a privilege. Not just because I'm the vegan cult leader, but because I'm a human being. You just don't walk up to any guy or woman or person on the street and start insulting them unless you're looking for a fight or you just want someone to leave. No one's going to say, oh, I want to interact with this complete stranger a-hole being such a mean, hateful person to me. I want to learn more about this wonderful human. Nope, it doesn't work like that. So anyway, but yeah, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to communicate with anyone. I don't expect people. Say I've made a lot of videos about Joe Rogan. I don't expect that I have Joe Rogan as a receptive audience to my criticisms. He owes me nothing. He doesn't have to watch my videos. If I were to send him an email, which I've never done, he's under no obligation to read it. If I challenge him to a debate, he's under no obligation. He has complete freedom. Me and you and Joe Rogan are all free people living in a free country, and we have the right to interact with whoever we wish to, or likewise not interact with whoever we don't want to. Is that too many negatives there? Anyway, I hope you guys get the point there. So, anyway, what have you guys been saying here? Diablo Cell, yeah, I remember Peter told me about the documentary Christspiracy, made by at least one, if not both, of the Cowspiracy producers. I'm not sure if Kip and or Keegan's behind it. And I don't really know much about it. It connects Christianity with veganism somehow. I can't imagine what they're doing, what kind of argument or what they're showing there. So I definitely want to take a look at that when it comes out. Hey, VLAM. Hey, happy Friday, Saturday to all you lovely people. Yeah, Friday for most of us, and a few of you guys, yeah, it's already Saturday. Let's see, Heidi, they changed the chat formatting with emojis on the right-hand side. Let me see. Let's see, on my computer desktop, it's the same. Are you looking on a mobile device? I haven't done a live stream on a mobile device in a while. I'll have to take a look. Hey, Uncle, you talked with the guy at the post office today that was here from Brazil. Interesting. Wow, what did you find interesting about the Brazilian traveler? Let's see, DMSO. Okay, in that Christspiracy movie, you think they're going to link all the religions to veganism? Wow. Interesting argument. I'd love to see that. It sounds like they're going for a big swing there at the fences. Did I get that metaphor right there, Sarah? Because I'm not into baseball too much. What's that, Bill? That sounds delicious. You're going to make wraps with veggie ham, lemon tahini, pickles, and tabbouleh. That sounds downright delicious, Bill. Let's see. Let's see, Allison, you've been so tired the last few weeks, and last night you slept for probably 10, 12 hours. Hey, I hope I can do that. I told you our streets have been worked on. Yeah, we got woken up Monday morning about 7:15 with jackhammering, literally just straight in line with our front door, jackhammering some sidewalk there, and then Monday and Tuesday they're pouring concrete. I saw a curb get made. Have any of you guys ever seen a curb get made? Not all of you guys live in areas where there's curbs, but here in where we live at least, there's curbs all throughout our city. And I saw a curb. There's actually a machine. There's a cement trunk involved. It dumps cement into this machine that pours out this beautifully, almost perfectly formed curb. The guys come and like smooth it out with tools and fine tune it, but the machine does like 95% of the work. It was amazing. So I can say now I saw the curb get made and on my street in front of my house. So anyway, that was Monday, Tuesday, and this morning they weren't that noisy. I was able to sleep in till like about 8:30, 8:45, which is like in the old days I'd be like sleeping until like 11 or noon or something like that. So I'll take it. You've never seen that. See, it's pretty rare. I'm going, who has seen a curb get made, let alone the curb right outside in front of their house? It's cool. It's kind of like, our street's so raggedy. It's like they haven't fixed it in like 50 years. Seriously, it's like an old cement street that they wouldn't want to, they decided not to upkeep because all the new streets are asphalt, so they just let ours rot and decay. All the curbs have been falling apart, so it's kind of great getting this nice upgrade to your home and neighborhood that's going to look nice when it's all done, and it's free. Usually home upgrades are a fortune, so this is free, and we're just dealing with all the crazy noise and crews. But anyway, hopefully I'll get some nice sleep tomorrow because the crews don't come on the weekend. So I'll be great if I get 2-3 days of good sleep, wake up at 9 or maybe even 10 one day. Who knows? We've been going to bed early too for us, like before midnight. We get tired now because, getting woken up at 7:15 in the morning, you starting feeling, I feel tired about 11:15 and in bed before midnight. So we'll see how it goes. I imagine we'll probably like stay up later each night tonight, a little later Saturday, a little later Sunday, and then Monday they'll probably come and wake us up really early again, so we'll get all messed up again. So we'll see how it goes. But they said they'll be out of here before Christmas, so it's a nice little Christmas present. Hey, Wujita, how goes it? No, we didn't write our initials in the cement. We want to be as anonymous as possible. We don't want people to find our house. Yeah, people have tried to find our place before. We want to remain as anonymous as possible. And one time someone found our place. Fortunately, it was cool. Through some video of, I forgot where he found I forgot what he did or something. He kind of guessed from some shots of streets or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, we would try to keep as anonymous as possible, as much as possible, considering, you guys know our names and everything. Hey, produce, not pills. Huge first world problems. Oh, it's a great problem to have, produce not pills. Yeah, we're not too negative about the street repair. Like I said, I've been complaining for years to our city to come and fix it. Like I see other streets get these repaves that look beautiful, and ours is just falling apart. And our street was like way worse than the ones that got repaved, like way worse, like not even comparable. But I found out it's because they've been waiting because they didn't have the money to replace the concrete, which was poured, I think, in the 1950s. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, it's a good problem to have. I'll be happy to see a nice new street and curb when it's all done. And the curb's already there. They just got to connect it to a new street soon. So anyway, you don't want to go to anyone's house. That's good for you, Heidi. I'm glad you're not a stalker. Sarah, you're an early bird, 5:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. So you go to sleep not too long after these live streams probably. Because when I'm getting up at 7:15, 7:30, I'm starting to feel pretty tired about 11, sometimes 10:30, which is weird. I don't remember feeling tired that early since like when I was since a schoolboy, when I had to go to school at 7 or whatever, or wake up at 7. AJ, you're a nooner. 3 a.m. to noon. Let me put that in perspective. You sleep 3 a.m. to noon. Yeah, that was kind of my ideal sleeping time in the past. like in my like 30s and stuff like that, 20s and 30s. Now that I'm older, like before the whole street repair thing, yeah, I like going to bed between 1 and 2, waking up around like 10-ish, something like that, between 9:30 and 11, something like that. So I'm just a few hours off my normal rhythm. So Fritz gets up at 3 a.m. Wow, that's hardcore. I assume it's because of work or something like that, because yeah, most people, if given the choice, are sleeping at 3 a.m. What's up, Metalhead? You have a small list of people on your Facebook that know where you live, about 10 to 12 people. Wow. I mean, I probably have a few people on there that know where I live just because they're relatives or something like that. But no, we typically, keep, try to keep private as much as possible. You never know what kind of weird stalker situation might happen. Even on our little level, it does happen, you know? So I can't imagine what it's like to be some really famous person or something. Okay, Fritz, you are a morning person. Thank goodness. That would be horrible if you were a night person, but you had a job that required you to get up at 3 a.m. Your rhythms would be all off. And a lot of people think night people are lazy, like people like you. I'm sorry, me and Angie and AJ, you know, they go to bed late. But I've read some research that shows I forgot exactly what. It's been a while since I read the review of the research. I didn't read the actual study, but the brains between morning people and night people are a little different. There's some chemical or physical differences. I forgot what, but it's not like, oh, night people are lazy or something like that. No, we're just wired. Some people react better, have more energy. It's different times of the day, something like that. You can look it up. I'm just telling you, you know, there is some science to it all. What's up, Bill? You usually don't fall asleep until 4 a.m. or not at all. Then you pass out. Well, yeah, I guess you would pass out after 4 a.m. A 10 to 8, or that could be tough, Heidi. Yeah, being able to have the hours I have. But just because I'm, you know, kind of retired almost. You know, I don't have a real job. So, you know, I can kind of sort of make my own hours most of the time. But yeah, freaks do come out at night. So, Sarah, you're groggy if you get more than 8 hours of sleep, I guess you mean. 7 to 7.5 is your norm. Yeah, I like getting 8 or 8 plus if I need to catch up on sleep. But now that I'm older, it's hard for me to really get 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, more like, I think 7.5 is a normal amount. 8 is actually kind of normal too, but going beyond 8 these days is pretty rare. Uncle, you get your sleep in 3 or 4 increments? Really? Like, tell me more. Like when do you sleep usually? Like, I guess you're not asleep right now typically. Let me know when your sleeping times are. Do you mean like you just take a nap? Like you have like a main chunk of sleep at night, I assume, and then you have a couple naps throughout the day? I do that sometimes. 3 or 4 hours, okay, that's more than a nap. Well, that's kind of weird, Uncle. So you don't get proper like REM sleep then? Because I know REM sleep takes... the REM sleep cycle, if I remember correctly, happens later on in sleep, after like maybe your 5th or 6th or 7th hour or something like that. Usually not after 3 or 4 hours. So I wonder if that might affect you negatively in any way. I'm just speculating out there. I'm not a sleep expert or anything like that. But I do know REM sleep happens later in sleep. Hey, Drew, I didn't say hi to you tonight, Drew. How's it going, Drew? God, why are we talking about languages of the Old Testament? Languages that the Old Testament written in? What's going on? What am I missing here? Let's see. Tim, hey Tim, how you doing, Tim? Your sleep varies. Hey, what about the stock market today, Tim? Man, it's like, you know, it's gone nuts in a good way. If you like, you know, rising values and all that. Your sleep varies. There are times on days off you might sleep 9 hours, but only if you had a hard day before. That's kind of like me too. I only sleep like 8.5, 9 hours if I'm, that's normal. If you're behind on sleep, like say you traveled over time zones, or you had consecutive nights of less than optimal sleep, you're behind on your hours. Yeah, so yeah, reasons like that. It's easy to like have a rebound of extra sleep. Graham, that sucks. You're a natural night person like a lot of us here, but you have to get up at 6 a.m. for work. I feel for you there. Yeah, I remember when I first went to college. That was a long time ago, guys. It's like, wow, I don't have to be there at 8 o'clock like high school. I said, oh man, this is crazy. Let me do 9 o'clock, get a whole extra hour or so. Then I learned, well, it takes a little longer to get there, so I'm really not getting extra sleep. Let me try 10. And after a while, 10 seemed too early. It's like, oh, maybe 11 I'll start at if I can find the classes I want at 11. Yeah, uncle, I forgot the exact percentages, but something like that. Yeah, 37.62%. And it went down almost the same amount in 2022. So it sounds like a big gain, but just kind of making up the big loss that happened over last year, basically. But it's cool if you bought low, if you bought like, during the dip or early part of this year. Yeah, that's a huge gain right there in 1 year. I'm still not that lucky. I'm just kind of making up on a mutual fund I bought at the end of October of 2021, before the market peaked, but now I'm finally out of the red and I'm in the green in it finally. And I'm actually selling my positions now on that just to get into an ETF with lower expense fees. That tracks pretty much the same index. No, I don't want to get all this technical, but I'm selling some stuff right now just so I can have a better portfolio for my future, basically. Anyway, that's what I've been doing a lot of lately, just kind of optimizing my life as much as I can, financial things, amongst other things, so that in the future I will be glad I did all this crap this year. Anyway, what's that, V? You thought you were a night owl when you're younger. Now you get sleep at 9 a.m. and wake at 7 a.m. Wow, you shifted from night owl to a morning person, just like that. Veggie Machine, Ryan, how much protein do you eat as an older active vegan? Rough estimate. Great question, Veggie Machine. I really don't know. I don't track my macronutrients. I don't plug my meals into Chronometer or anything like that. But I do like high protein foods, natural. I eat more of them now than I did, say, like 10 years ago when our channel was fairly new. We were eating more high carbohydrate then, but I eat way more legumes now. Like back then I wasn't eating tofu. Now, I have tofu like 2, maybe 3 times a week sometimes. I don't keep track, at least once a week, let's say. And then we eat legumes almost every day. Today I just had a big giant burrito, full of beans. The past 2 days we had a lot of Indian food. We took my mom out to an Indian restaurant, so I had a lot of lentils and mung beans. We made khichdi right before that, full of mung beans. So I know I'm getting a decent amount of protein. I'll make peanut butter sandwiches for little snacks. So I really don't know how much I have, to be honest with you, to answer your question. But I do know I'm getting a decent amount just for the fact I'm eating high protein foods, in addition to all the potatoes and bananas. I know I'm not depriving myself of protein, let's say. So anyway, let's see, Timothy, talking about my stocks. Good move. Your goals change throughout time with investing based on age and retirement date. Yeah, those words could not be more true. So all young folks, write that down what Timothy said there. Yeah, your investment strategies, as say a 20-year-old would be different for and when you're 40, then when you're like 55 versus, and then 65, 70, all that. There's different strategies involved. So I'm just trying to change things, ideas I had in the past, and optimize them now for the future. So anyway, like right now I'm tilting a little bit more my portfolio into dividend paying things rather than just growth. I have both going on, but I didn't really have dividend investments in the past. And these investments aren't that big. Don't worry, I'm not like a billionaire or anything like that. I just been slowly putting funds in throughout my entire adult life, just a little bit here and there, and it adds up if you stay alive for 30 years. Let's see. LVC, I saw a headline about that. Maybe I saw it on Reddit. I tell you, that's my new favorite social media app since I really discovered it this year. Since I downloaded the app rather than just reading links from Google. I saw something about that, about about some LA vegan and vegetarian restaurants adding meat to the menu to survive. I haven't read that yet, but I did see that. I should have clicked it, but I didn't check that out yet. Drew, the only thing you have to invest in is your health. Money is tight. Yeah, that's the primary thing. That your health is the most important thing. Absolutely, Drew. 100%. Money's tight. Yeah, invest in your health. Eat good foods. Live a healthy lifestyle. I mean, yeah, what's the point? Yeah, investing in like business things or whatever, and your health is all messed up, right? You got to be healthy first and foremost to be alive and enjoy being alive. Or not to say you have to. I mean, that's just a primary thing. You should, if you can, try to maximize your healthy years, because I don't have children to take care of me. Like, I'm helping my mom out. I saw her a few days ago. Like I said, helped her pay her property taxes, helped her do some other banking stuff. She's having trouble doing this stuff now. No one's going to be able to help me when I'm in my 80s. I'm trying to stay as healthy as I possibly can, try to keep my mind as sharp as I possibly can, so I can be self-sufficient. Me and Angie can be self-sufficient for ourselves. Yeah, good point, V. Yeah, maybe at some point meat will finally become so expensive that people really will have to pay what it actually costs and decide maybe meat shouldn't be seen like it is in this country as like a staple, something you have 3 meals a day. I've been watching a lot of Korean content with Angie. She has all these Asian TV channel apps. I don't know what they're called. Apps you can have on your Apple TV or Roku or whatever you got, and yeah, I noticed in Korea that meat is looked upon as like a delicacy. Like everyone, wants to eat meat, but they can't afford it, kind of thing. It's only people when they're doing well eat it. I wish it were like that. Hey, thank you, AJ, for the vegan cult leader retirement portfolio. Thank you, AJ. I don't think, none of this, none of your donations, none of our YouTube money actually makes it into our investment funds or anything like that, but thank you so much. I guess if we made a lot, it would eventually find its way from here to there. But no, everything that you guys donate here and anything we make off our YouTube ads and stuff like that, anything that all the money we make from Happy Healthy Vegan basically is part of the many streams of income that we use to just live, pay our bills and stuff like that, keep the lights on, and keep doing what we're doing here, working, making content, making vegan content, making music. Yeah, and that's not our only source too. We have music streams of income as well. But yeah, all these things that I'm talking about here are what we use to stay alive and our monthly and daily living expenses. Allison, same Ryan, but it's hard to imagine being 80. It's hard to imagine, but I can see it when I see my mom. It's like, wow, okay. I'm gonna be way physically healthier than she is when I'm her age, and I'm gonna have my mind be way more sharp than that, and I don't have any backup other than Angie. Yeah, hey, Dr. Bear. Yeah, meat we missed you last week, Dr. Bear. You weren't here, right? Meat should be a delicacy. As I say, in the Korean shows, I see, in fact, I watched some of these, I forgot the name of the channel. It's a big channel in Korea, in South Korea, one of their big media channels there. And they do these documentaries, and they talk to younger people in Korea about how difficult it is, particularly those living in Seoul, how hard they work, how many jobs and hustles they have, how little time they have to sleep, how little money they have for life, how they're not getting married, how they're not reproducing. It's going to be a huge problem in the future. And I'm watching how they don't really eat too much meat, not because they have ethical stances against animal cruelty, but they just can't afford it.
We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Drew. Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity, helping us make a living, pay our bills here. We have a modest lifestyle, as you know, just pay our mortgage and pay our food and utilities and go grab some food once in a while. So thank you. You guys know we don't take vacations. We haven't spent the night away from our house since August of 2019. That was the last time my head slept on a pillow other than the one here at my house. Uncle, do I have an advanced healthcare directive? No, but what I am in desperate need of doing at some point is making, my mom has a great estate attorney. I've worked with her estate attorney, getting some tweaks to her estate. Anyway, I want to go, and me and Angie need to go and make one ourselves because we have assets. We have a house here and stuff. Things need to be sorted out so, it doesn't go into probate or something like that if we're not here or whatever. So yeah, I'll probably do an advanced healthcare directive then, and I haven't given any thought about that yet. Like, I don't know who I would trust or anything like that. What's that thinking aloud? I'm playing Free Cell. Is that a game while listening? So I'll be missing all the comments. Haha, oh well. Okay, well, let me know what that is. That sounds like a video game, I'm assuming. Let's see. So what have I missed here in the chat? Uncle asked, when was our pizza in the fog at the beach video done? Which video is that? Pizza in the fog at the beach? I don't remember that. What's that bond? Ryan, would you rather make it illegal to eat animals or change people's minds on why they shouldn't eat it? If you only could choose one. Well, I'm not one for like throwing like humanity into prison basically or something like that. I mean, that sounds like, a nightmare, a real living nightmare. No, what do you think I'm advocating for? I'm educating people about how simple and easy and not weird it is to be vegan. It doesn't force you to become a cult member. You don't have to be a hippie or be of any political background or religious background or lack thereof. No, I'm here to educate people. Being vegan's easy. It's simple. It's not weird. It's so regular and easy and makes so much sense. Most people know that animal cruelty is wrong. We were just watching a video of a YouTuber, a small YouTuber, that was highlighting San Francisco living, and he was showing in his backyard how he rescues birds, like pigeons and other birds. He loves them. He takes care of them. Then the next scene, we see him out having a burger. It's like, how do you not make the connection if you feel so passionate towards protecting these birds who you see, are beings who deserve to live? You want to help them. You want to keep them alive. How come you don't extend that same compassionate attitude towards the cows that you're eating? I just think, I want to help people understand and make that connection. Most people, unless they're lying or they're complete sociopaths who are often complete liars anyway, most people know that, animals aren't like paper towels. They have feelings, they're sentient, they have emotions, they have conscious life, they have feelings and can feel pain. Most people understand that and don't want animals to suffer, yet they go right along with animals suffering and with their meals. So I'm just trying to help people understand that disconnect. If they really want to be honest with themselves, you got to understand what's going on there. Why are you ignoring the animal cruelty and exploitation for the animals you eat? Well, you acknowledge that's an important thing for the animals that you love, like dogs, cats, or birds in this YouTuber's case. But no, I'm not in favor of putting people in jail or prison, if that's what you're asking. That's a good way to put it, Fu Man. I'm not going to say that, though. Yeah, there are a lot of real nasty, mean, criminal type people that need to be put in prison, like carjackers and people that, mug you on the streets and attack you and break in your houses. That's the kind of thing. I don't know if we should fill up prisons so much with mom, dad, and little kids, because they're eating burgers, and there's no room for these violent criminals who really ought to be in prison because that's what they're that's why prisons exist. LVC, how do I feel about the billions of animals killed during vegetable farming? Well, it sounds like you're quoting some kind of number or statistic there, some kind of empirical data. Can you tell me, can you show me your empirical data? Because if not, you're just giving me your opinion and disguising it as some kind of empirical data. So can you share with me your source, your empirical source for an actual number, a calculation of animals killed during vegetable farming? Because I can show you some sources of how many animals are killed, say, to produce, meat versus, say, potatoes or fruits. I can show you that. So can you show me what you're talking about? If you have a page that you would like to refer me to, you can't paste a link, but if there's a title for an article or study, you can paste it down here and I'll find it for us. So let me know where you're getting this, or are you just giving me your opinion? Because you can't just cite billions and state that as fact. That sounds, you're trying to make it sound like a fact, but it sure sounds like an opinion to me. So please show me your empirical reference for that. Yo, Johnny Bravo. Good to see you, Johnny. I'll answer your question. I'll complete it, but I want to see what you have before I show you what I have, okay? Because I'm really kind of dubious that you even have anything. But you can be rest assured I do have something. Yeah, billions of animals, like where? Like in 1 year, Bond, is he talking about? Or is he talking about in the history of humanity, or just in California? Like what? Like billions? It makes no sense. Give me some context. Give me reference. Just you sound like Piers Morgan.
Literally billions of insects get murdered.
And Piers Morgan has never provided any source for that. Nothing to back up that claim. Again, it sounds like he's making some kind of empirical claim here. It's like, show us the data then. Or is it just merely an opinion? Johnny, turned 22 last month and feeling older. Is that good or bad? Do you want to, at your age, do you want to get older? I'm not sure, because at our age, when you're above 30, you don't want to get any older. But I think people in their young 20s wouldn't mind feeling like, hey, I think maybe you guys think 24 or 25 is the ideal age. Let me know, Johnny. I really don't remember. Wow, VLAM, Plant-Based News has a video about a certain YouTuber guy that I banned, a certain sociopathic vegan YouTuber being the most psychotic vegan. Yeah, absolutely. He's come at me. You saw him. He making up lies about me, having no evidence. Again, making empirical claims like I feed my cats all this meat and stuff like that. I go, that's a bold claim. What do you have? Did someone see me doing this? Did I say I did this, or like what? Nothing. Just psychotically making stuff up. It's complete. I'd like to read that article. Is it a relatively new one? Yeah, Bond, how do I feel about the billions of ants and other insects being taken out due to driving to work every day? Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to say about that? I mean, how are vegans supposed to get to work if they're concerned about the possibility of an insect or insects being harmed as they drive to work, or as you walk down the street? Because there's little bugs. You might step on ants, right? I've stepped on ants and not realized, oh man, there's like an ant trail there. I didn't see it. My bad, I mean, veganism, again, is not about avoiding the harming of any animal or anything whatsoever. It's a stance against animal cruelty as far as possible and practicable. It might not be possible or practicable for any human being to like walk down the street or drive on a street without the possibility of harming a bug or even running over a human. You can get in an accident and kill a human. Should that stop you from driving because there's the possibility you could take out a family? God forbid, but I'm saying that's not really, that's not an answer to life. Say, I'm just going to sit at home then, because if I leave the house, I might kill someone. I might kill a human. I might kill an ant. I don't know. I'm just going to stay here and play it safe, Oh, VLAM, it's not an article. It's a video. Wow, V, is this a new video? And is it what the title says? Is it being really honest and calling him out for being a complete sociopathic psychopath? Because that's, I'm glad they did that. Is that really what happened? That's awesome. It's beyond wolves should be arrested. He thinks the wolves should be killed. Like any animal that harms another animal, wipe them all out off the face of the earth. It's like vegans would seem crazy. Even meat eaters aren't calling for that, but there's a certain weird subsect of vegans that he's one of the vocal ones. He didn't start this theory, by the way, but he's a very vocal proponent of it. I think that's why he's mad at me. I think that's why he's lying about me with this cats crap, because I called him out on this whole thing about his fascination with killing all the lions and tigers and bears and coyotes and cats out in the wild and eagles. Called him out on that complete insanity and explained to him exactly why. I just didn't say it's a saint. I showed what an absurd notion it is And because I disagreed with him, he's just gone psycho and lying about me. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to give him any more airtime tonight. So anyway, actually, if he's watching, because I'm sure some of his fans are gonna tell him I said some crap. Let me see here. His evidence of his claim about me and the cats and stuff is, oh, I didn't want to debate him or something like that. No, here's how it works. It's called Hitchens' razor. Let's get to the meat of it here. Down at the bottom. The very last sentence. What can be asserted without evidence can also be dismissed without evidence. So if you're going to say something, I have no evidence, but I believe you feed your cats in a certain way, I don't have to respond with any evidence because you presented zero evidence. You understand? If you present zero evidence, I have the same right to present zero evidence in response because your assertion is just completely based on nothing. Okay, anyway, enough of Hitchens' razor there. Anyway, okay, the title is partially a clickbait. It's about the bigger picture. I'll check it out, VLAM. I don't really watch plant-based news stuff anymore, but I'll check it out in this particular instance. So thank you guys for sharing that with me. Oh, thank you, Dr. Bear. I assume you're responding to video arts production, and I know I just see pronouns like it and stuff like that, but I can tell from your response, yes, I'm sure you're referring to, what's that, lab-grown meat. Exactly my answer there, Dr. Bear. Yes, you've heard me answer this question many a time, and you nailed it. So thank you for answering that question for me, Dr. Bear. Yeah, that's exactly. You've nailed my position there on lab-grown meat. Let's see, Dr. Bear is also saying to Johnny Bravo, I wonder if your employer could be better about providing breaks or a standing pad or something. I don't know what's going on there, Johnny. Overall, the place where I work isn't bad considering you work at Brooks Brothers, but the standing is tough, man. I've noticed that when I stand in line for something, like, oh, my back is hurting and stuff. I'd rather be moving rather than just standing still. Wow, Jen Marie, take a big puff and hold it in. What are we doing right now, Jen Marie? That sounds pretty cool. That's a good pronoun, Sarah. Y'all, I like that one. My family's from the South, so y'all. What's that, Samuel? It's not that VG is the biggest sociopath. Someone else broke his record. This new guy wants to destroy all life that is non-human. Is that a vegan? How is that a vegan thing? To kill all the animals? That sounds the opposite of vegan. How do people associate a simple stance against animal cruelty and exploitation and twist it into something... Oops, where'd I go? Where is the definition of vegan? I lost it. Here we go. There we go. How do people twist a simple, peaceful message that animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong and get these psychotic, weird theories out of that? Like, oh no, that means we should kill all non-human life. Like, what in the hell? What are people smoking? Yeah, Allison, that was really uncalled for. That should have told a lot of people right then what kind of person we're dealing with that whole video you're referring to there specifically, 100%. Yeah, that's like literally, Graham, the quite opposite of vegan. How do you get this, a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation, and come away with, oh yeah, as a vegan, it's my duty to kill all non-human life? Like, what the F? People are crazy. Even vegans are crazy. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're thinking clearly and sanely, you're not a psychopath, that you're not a narcissist. You can be all those horrible things and still be vegan. And there's plenty of non-vegans that have all those attributes as well. You're eating a grape, Drew? It could just be water. You don't need booze or weed. Water works just fine when we hit the ding. All right, so it looks like I'm missing some questions here. Let me scroll up a little bit. Yeah, Peter, I saw you send me some information about vegetables. Again, anyone can make any claim they want. You know, it's like, where is his evidence? Where is Vegetable Police's evidence that eating walnuts kills more animals than killing animals does? I would just love to see the data. Again, people just love to give opinions, but let's see the data. Again, that sounds like an empirical claim rather than an opinion. It sounds like he's talking about something we can observe. There's some data on it. Let's see the data that shows that eating walnuts kills more animals than killing animals for food does. I'd love to see that. Sounds like a complete nonsensical statement disguised as some kind of empirical claim, but it's just an opinion, a guess. Yeah, that's a good point, Vondi. You have an excellent point there. I was talking about, well, there's these really just twisted vegans that have these insane conclusions. You know, it's like, you think these people get it twisted when they probably spend too much time. And I don't spend much time arguing with anti-vegans and carnists. I don't. I know a lot of these people. I'm not going to refer to their names or anything, but I know that's a big part of what they do is they love to go out and debate or fight with these anti-vegans and carnists. And maybe so much so that they go way too far to avoid any hint of logical inconsistencies. Maybe that's it. You have a great speculation there. Uncle, what did the grape say when the elephant stepped on it? It didn't say anything. It just gave a little whine. Mellow greetings. What seems to be your boogie? That's an interesting name. I try so hard to be vegan, but you can't eat enough. Why can't you eat enough? I mean, I understand. What do you mean dairy fills the gap? I mean, I guarantee you, Mellow greetings, if you were to eat with me, you would be full because I'm probably bigger than you. I'm 6'4.5", about 198 pounds, very active physically, and play basketball, I work out, run. I eat a lot of food. There's just no way I could get by not eating enough. That's the thing. If you're still hungry, Mellow greetings, what is preventing you from eating more, having a bigger meal? You know, if you ate half a can of beans and some rice and some broccoli and that didn't fill you up, well, you probably needed a little bit more broccoli, a little bit more beans, a little more rice. I don't understand this thing. A 1,500 calorie meal is a 1,500 calorie meal. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how if you eat a sufficient amount of calories, why are you unable to get full if it's like plants? That makes zero sense. It's just I've heard this claim before, and I'm not making fun of you. Just don't blame it on veganism. It's just not eating, and it's just not enough food. If I were to undereat what my body needed, I would be hungry too. But that wouldn't be veganism's fault. That would be my fault for stopping before I was full or not having prepared enough food in the first place. So that's not a vegan thing. I really doubt you require more food than a guy of my size and my activity. I really doubt it. Like I said, if we could hang out for a few days, I'll give you $100 if you're still hungry after eating our meals. Seriously, there's just no way you would be hungry. And there are issues, like what VLAN points out here. It's if you're in a depressive mood, it can be hard to eat. You're not feeling hungry, but that has nothing to do with a vegan diet. You know, if you're eating 1,000 calories or 500 calories less than what your body needs, you're gonna be hungry, whether you're eating dairy or plants. It has nothing to do with veganism. That sounds like a great combo, Jen Marie. Combining beans, greens, and rice or quinoa. Sounds like a great meal to me. What does Seema say? You can eat Oreos or Fritos. Those are vegan and you'll never be full after. Yeah, and Sarah, I eat so much. Mostly whole foods all damn day. Exactly. We eat all day. I mean, I guess those of us that have been doing it a while understand, how much food that we need given our body types, our activity levels. We know what we need to eat. If we didn't, we would have failed by now. But and that works for anyone. Even if you're not vegan, if you're under eating It's unsustainable. You might be able to do it for a few weeks, a few months, maybe a few years if you take enough stimulants, perhaps. But yeah, it's, you got to just eat whatever diet you're on, vegan, non-vegan, I don't care what you're doing. There's a certain amount of energy your body requires, and if you're not hitting that, yeah, you'll be hungry. Video arts production. What do you mean eating plants is so no, there's nothing complicated. What is complicated about eating plants? Like, let me show you like a dinner that we make every week here. It's the first recipe. Oh, look at all these. Do these look complicated? I mean, let me show you what I'm talking about here. The Tuscan kale peel-off, the first recipe in the book here. Let me just show you a close-up picture here. We put all the ingredients into our pressure cooker, and it makes enough food to fill me and Angie up. Seriously, it would if I split it with you instead, Video Arts Productions, instead of splitting it with Angie, you would be full too. This recipe here that we have in the book will fill you up. It's enough for 2 people, including one giant man, 6'4.5", 198 pounds, very active athletically, fills me up, stuffs me. Okay, I don't understand. How is it complicated to put into a pressure cooker like some rice? The beans go in after, some kale, some sun-dried tomatoes, some mushrooms, a few spices. That's easy. It's like peasant food here. And then when it's all done, you put in the pressure cooker about 20 odd minutes. Then we mix the beans in. We don't make the beans from scratch. Just get a can from the market, mix it in. It's easy. Like, how is this complicated? This is one meal. And on the next morning, I'll wake up, I'll do a little workout at the gym or the garage, come back in, grab maybe 5-6 bananas, some frozen berries, some ground flaxseed, mix it together in the blender, got a smoothie. Like, that's easy. I can make that way quicker than any person making bacon and eggs, cooking that on a stove. I can make my crap in like 2-3 minutes, maybe, my smoothie. So maybe it seems complicated to you because you don't have these systems in place. I'm saying once you have a system in place, it's easy. I'm sure it's really easy for a person who's made bacon and eggs every day for 20 years to make bacon and eggs. It's easy. It's programmed in their brain. They know what to get, the market. It's just a reaction. It's something you just do without thinking. That's how it is for me making a smoothie. That's how it is for making the Tuscan kale peel-off. It's just easy. There's nothing more complicated. I don't see how it's more complicated to heat up rice and beans than it is to heat up bacon and eggs. I'm saying it's not more difficult or anything like that. Yeah, Jen Marie, whole food plants have fiber, starch, and proteins, which are filling. Yeah, protein has been shown to, compared to other macronutrients, to have a more satiating feeling. That's what the science says, so you can always get that. Okay, so Video Arts Production, you prepare mostly Middle Eastern food for decades, and there's many great Middle Eastern recipes there with like chickpeas. We eat chickpeas quite often. You can get like pita breads that are vegan and stuff like that. So any culture, I don't care what you're from. We just went to an Indian restaurant the other day, and Indian restaurants are known for being hardcore vegetarian. There's butter / ghee and everything. Well, this chef has a vegan menu, so any culture can do it. There's next door or in a few shopping centers away, there's a vegan Chinese restaurant. And Chinese food is known for all this pork and beef and chicken, everything. Well, they have vegan restaurants too. So I'm saying no matter where you're from, what your background is, we just got burritos from a Mexican vegan place today. Again, I don't care where you're from, there's vegan ways to prepare these things. And once you learn how to do it, it's not that hard. You don't have to have fake meat. The burritos we got today didn't have any fake fancy meat, it's just plants like beans and rice, the staples of Mexican food. Staples of most cultures' foods, actually. Sean, you have a 30 ingredient smoothie. Awesome. If you want to make it more complicated, you can. You're totally free to. But mine is pretty easy to make. Maybe like what I say there, like 4 or 5 ingredients tops. Okay, mellow greetings. Okay, I took you wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I took you wrong. You have trouble eating enough. You get full way too easy. You wish you could eat more. Okay, to be honest, I can eat like a madman when I drink, but only then. How, please? I'm not sure what I can say for you. What are you saying? You have trouble eating enough? You get full way too easy? You wish you could eat more? I'm not sure. I don't even understand. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, or I'm not discounting your personal experience there, Mellow Greetings. I don't understand. if you're full, you're full, right? I mean, that's unless something's off with your metabolism, which might mean you might need to visit a doctor or something, perhaps. But for most healthy people, your body signals to you when the stomach has received enough food that, you feel the sensation of fullness. Satiety is what it's called. And you slow down, eventually soon stop your eating. So that's usually a good thing. I'm not sure why in your case that's a bad thing. Why you think you need more than that? I'm not sure. I don't have that issue, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't share my experience with you on that one. So anyway, yeah, Heidi says, it could be connected to some medical things. Hence my suggestion that you might want to seek out perhaps a gastroenterologist to just have a meeting. See if that person, that doctor, can work with you. If that's something that they're trained in. I think they are. My guess is I've never been trained as a gastroenterologist, but I think they know how to solve issues like that. AJ, I wish I had that issue. So what else are you guys talking about? Okay, he or she's saying that it doesn't take much food to get them full. Usually that, if that works for you, but you're saying you feel like you need to eat more food than what your body's satiety signals are telling you. Again, that might be, I don't think that's a vegan thing or anything, but I'm not sure what to tell. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not going to give you any medical advice on that one. Yeah, it sounds like something for a gastroenterologist, perhaps. Okay, you've been to these docks and nothing? Oh, maybe I haven't found a good one yet. I don't know. Jen, you're going to grow tomatoes next year. Yeah, good time to plan now. Get it all ready for spring of next year. Get it out there early in the sun. Have some big, giant tomatoes by July and August. Yeah, dairy is an extremely cruel industry. I can't give any like praise for the industry, and I can't give any blessings for someone saying they need to eat dairy. And it's simply not good for you, as Seema points out too. Yeah, it could be if you're not getting enough protein. Who knows? Bill, time to wrap. Meaning you're gonna leave the live stream tonight, Bill. If so, that is cool. Let me know if I understood you right there, Bill. It is okay. That's what people say. Good night, Bill. Thanks for being with us tonight, Bill. Oh, eat your wraps. I forgot. You've made these cool wraps tonight. These Middle Eastern wraps. Speaking of Middle Eastern food, right, Bill? No, I'm not growing any eatables really in our garden. Even though we had so much rain last winter and spring here in California that for the first time in like the decade plus we've had this Meyer lemon tree. And it didn't grow that big. It's probably maybe 3 feet high or something like that. There's for the first time a bunch of these nice looking little almost yellow lemons. So we're excited to enjoy some of those really soon. Yeah, there's no such thing as ethical dairy. Is someone saying that? It's just there's no such thing. Just the whole point of the whole act of having an animal in captivity that probably wouldn't have been pregnant on its own, that somehow it got pregnant through the hand of a human or the workings of a human, so you could keep it in captivity so you can exploit its mammary gland secretions for human benefit. No, if the cow or whatever animal is pregnant, it's lactating for its infants, not because someone took the infants away from the cow and then the humans greedily taken the product of their bodies for human use. No, the dairy's inherently exploitative. And what happens when you take those babies away? Because, people think, oh, cows just give off milk. Yeah, because they're pregnant. And we know what happens when humans are pregnant, right? They give birth to babies. And in the case of dairy cattle, more often than not, they're something really bad happens to them. At best, they're female and they get used to become future dairy cattle. If they're males, they're either instantly killed or they live a very short life to become veal. So there's so much inherent cruelty for every animal in dairy. So I'm just saying, yeah, that this concept of ethical dairy is pretty fantastical. Yeah, and dairy is the meat industry, Sarah. There's no difference. They're all one and the same. They're all in the animal exploitation business. So anyway, let's see, Deem Stars. Yeah, there is no ethical way to separate a mother from her calf. So you can use the mother's body to not feed the calf and instead kill the calf and use that milk to feed humans. How can someone explain to me where the ethical part of that is? Because I'm missing it. Maybe I'm really stupid and I'm missing something obvious, but I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing completely unethicalness. Is that a word? Unethicalness the whole way through. Yeah, good point, AJ. Yeah, forced impregnation, which I just described, and taking calves and killing them because that's all male calves are useful for. They're completely useless to the dairy industry. So male calves are, like I said, typically killed or put in little boxes, little crates, so they don't get big and they get killed for veal shortly thereafter, because people have this thing. It's a delicacy to eat baby cows from the dairy industry. So what were you saying there, AJ? Forced impregnation and taking calves and killing them is not taking care of anyone. How is killing someone taking care of them? If that's what you consider taking care of them, please don't take care of any of us. We don't want to get taken care of like the way the mob. Oh, I'll take care of it, boss. Yeah, I'll take care of them baby cows. We don't want any of that taken care of kind of thing. Well, mellow greetings. If you're coming here asking us to give you blessings for dairy, like exploiting animals like calves and mother cows, you're not going to get that here. But if you're coming here seeking advice, like medical advice, hey, you don't want medical advice from me. Look around. I'm not a doctor. I'm a music producer, video producer. So yeah, you're not, it's not the place for that. It's not like I'm a doctor doing a open session here, ask a doctor or anything. So yeah, you're probably best off seeking advice from more medically oriented people. But yeah, we're here just talking about the ethics of veganism. And yeah, I'm sure there's, as a non-medical professional, I'm sure there's some non-dairy foods, because there's thousands of plant foods out there. I'm sure there's something out there that doesn't involve animal cruelty and exploitation that you could consume, that you can eat, that will fill you up. I find it just hard to believe your assertion that the only thing that can fill you up on top of plants is to add some dairy on top. That's what you say, and I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just find it hard to believe that you've researched the matter thoroughly to discount that there's no plant food that would satisfy your satiety needs. I just have a hard time fathoming that, is what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying, okay, if the medical people have provided nothing, I'm saying keep exploring different plant foods. There's got to be some plant you can eat. There's thousands of plants. Go into processed foods. Yeah, maybe someone said eat some Oreos or something, or Fritos, whatever, just something. If Whole Foods aren't working for it, it's got to be some plant food. It could be vegan beef jerky, whatever, or dairy. If you need dairy, there are vegan cheeses. There's vegan milks, vegan yogurts. There's got to be something out there that doesn't involve animal cruelty and exploitation. I don't see how you have to have the product of animal cruelty and exploitation on your plate to fill you up. That just, to me, doesn't make any sense. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just as a human who's been eating food his entire life and eating plant food exclusively for 13 and a half years. It doesn't make much sense to me. No, 13 years, not 13 and a half. Yeah, Graham. Vegan cheeses are awesome now. They sucked when I first tried vegetarian cheeses or vegan cheeses in the 90s. They sucked. They're horrible. It was like eating rubber. It had no melting abilities, just gooey crap. You know, it's delicious now. Hey, Marshall, you have to be a paid subscriber to paste a link or something. What are you trying to do there, Marshall? Okay, VLAM's telling Marshall, she says, VLAM says, Marshall, it works. I just saw my name in orange in your comment. Not sure what you guys are doing. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see. Dr. Barrett just explained it. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping Marshall. What's that? Marshall out. Thank you. Yeah, good point, Dr. Barrett. There's no essential nutrient, I mean a nutrient that your body requires to live that can't be attained elsewhere. I mean, if that weren't the case, I'd be dead now, right? If there's some essential nutrient in dairy, I haven't had dairy in 13 years. So, you know, I'm just saying there's no need for dairy. Like, there's no need. Yeah, I know there are nutrients in dairy, but that doesn't mean you need to have dairy. Yeah, follow your heart, AJ. Excellent cheese. Excellent cheese. I remember I haven't had Miyoko's in a while, and I know she doesn't run the company Miyoko's cheese anymore. I remember they made excellent cheeses, and I assume they probably still do, unless they totally destroyed her whole factory or whatever she had going on there. But yeah, there's some delicious vegan cheeses there. Yeah, Dr. Ver, it's pretty obvious we don't need to consume dairy for health. If so, again, I should be sick and dead or something, right? You know, we definitely didn't evolve to consume the milk of another species. Exactly. Like, yeah. Why, if we need dairy, like, why would it be cow dairy? If we needed dairy, it would be human dairy. And if so, only it's for a short portion in your young life. Like, no species consumes, as far as I know, dairy past, like, you know, young age, you know, when they're babies, let alone the dairy of an entirely different species. Can you imagine if we didn't like exploit cows and instead it was rats? Do you think people would still be like, I want to drink my rat milk, where's my rat milk at? You know, it's like, you know, it makes as much sense that I'm saying for humans to drink rat milk as for humans to drink dairy milk. We're as closely connected to rats as we are cows. So I mean, you know, but people would probably find rat milk gross. But why? It's really no different. It's not your species. Foo, you going to bed not knowing what the F this boogie horses means. It's gonna fester. Well, thanks for being with us here tonight, Foo, and I hope your hamstrings are feeling better for you. Hey, Phelam, a few of your relatives from Canada are coming to visit for Christmas. Since there's no vegan restaurant in your town, you'll be cooking. Any suggestions for a quick and easy Christmas lunch? I'm not a great chef, but if any of you guys have any tips for VLAM, if Angie happens to be on, we'll see if there's any good advice from the crew here. Really, in Demolition Man, I think I ever saw that. They eat rat burgers. See, that makes as much sense, right? Why? Rat, cow, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Anyway, we have someone trolling? Let me see. I don't see him. Oh, I'm in live chat. I don't see this troll here. Did someone get him? Oh, let me do it. Cow milk, yum. That's, again, a caveman. Is that a caveman argument? Cow milk, yum. Yeah, you just did it. You just debunked veganism. Cow milk, yum. I see the light now, Chad. What was I thinking? Like, avoiding animal cruelty and exploitation. You are right. Is my mic on? Yeah, the mic is on. Okay. Anyway, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, cow milk yum. You got me, man. I'm so convinced. Your words are powerful and strong. Yes. Oh my goodness. How come I never saw it like that before? Cow milk, yum. Like, oh, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I had like what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. It all just came. Yes, I see the truth now, thanks to Chad there. So thank you, Chad. Appreciate you coming by, and come by anytime and enlighten us some more, okay? No, Chad, we're not. No, we're not timing out. We're not triggered. We're thankful. We're so happy you came here, Chad. Cow milk, yum. I mean, I'm gonna put those words up here for everyone to see. Let's just put it up here. I want Chad's words here for all to see. Let me get it here. That was pretty cool. Here, all right. So here we go. Oops. Hang on. I'm having trouble with copying his whole thing here. Okay, so Chad, I'm gonna put the words here.
Cruelty free.
Oops, wrong
Not
one.
to those screaming.
Literally.
Shoot, where is it?
I'm going to
There we
leave your
go.
words on this board for all my classes to enjoy.
All right,
giving
so-
you full credit, of course.
So I'm gonna give you full credit for your words here, Chad. I'm not timing you out or nothing. I'm sitting here. Here it is. Let's look at his words here. Cow milk, yum. Wow, life changing. That's pretty heavy, man. You have any other anything else you want to drop it here? Cow milk, yum. That's that's irrefutable. I can't respond to that. There's just so much logic there, so much force of the argumentation and logic there. It's irrefutable. I can't. You've got me. You've just totally like checkmated me. So anything else you want to like bestow upon us? Since we have such genius in our presence tonight, Chad's DIY Garage, let's learn some more, because I've never seen Chad here before, and I want to learn as much as I can from Chad before he probably randomly leaves us to never return, and we're just going to be more worse off for that. You're going to think about it. Okay, Chad, so when you thought about it, come back. And give us your second piece of wisdom. Maybe I can number them. This could be like Chad's commandments. Maybe I have like 5 commandments. So this will be number 1. Do you have a number 2 to add to cow milk yum, Chad? Because wow, I honestly don't think my life will ever be the same again after having seen cow milk yum. I'm gonna start drinking cow milk and killing animals now because of Chad. So that's so rad. Anyway. Chad, don't listen to other people. You came here for me, right? So if someone called you a douche, be a tough guy. I get called way worse on a daily basis, Chad. So just suck it up. Understand? Just realize that it's like to be vegan. I get called way worse things on a daily basis just because I choose not to consume animal products. So don't complain about the people. Tell me what you want to tell me, okay? Don't be a victim, is what I'm saying. I don't like victims. All right, just tell me what you want to tell me. I don't play victim. I get so much crap, and I don't play victim. I like cheese. It's addictive to a point. Sue you. Yeah, cheese has casomorphine. Are you aware of that, Chad? Casomorphine, which sounds like morphine. It's a morphine-like compound. And that's why you have so many vegetarians who would love to go vegan, because the reason why most people go vegetarian is because they're against animal cruelty and exploitation, which veganism is, but they find that they can give up meat easily. There's no addictive compounds in meat. But dairy has morphine. So yeah, it's hard to give it up. So yeah, you're addicted, and I'm not suing you. I'm just letting you know what's going on there, okay? I love how I ranted against VP for switching to carnivore. What are you talking about, Chad? Are you talking about the video I just put out this week about Chad? About vegetable police, is that what you're saying? I didn't even talk about his diet. I don't even know what diet he's on. I honestly have no idea what he's eating right now. I just know it's not vegan. Is he carnivore? I have no clue. Is he keto? I have no idea. Is he back to fasting? Is he back to raw food? Is he drinking turpentine? Is he back to urine therapy? I have no clue. I don't follow weird diet trendy people like that, because those people have nothing to offer other than sharing their weird eating behaviors. So So yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't mention the word carnivore once. So how can I rant? See, you're lying right now. Let me look at your words here one more time. You're lying. I love how you ranted against VP for switching to carnivore. I didn't mention the word carnivore once, unless I said I think he went on to other things like keto and carnivore and stuff. Other than that, I don't know what he's doing. No clue, and I really don't care. So how could I rant? Because I said this diet will not be, my video will not be about his diet or whatever he's eating. My video focused solely on the bullshit claims he made about vegan or plant-based diets. That's all I cared about. I don't care what he's doing. I really don't give a crap. Obsessed with them. Why? Because I made 2 videos over 5 years. I think I did one like maybe 5 years ago and one this week. How am I obsessed with? Explain to me. That's a pretty lame obsession. If I made 2 videos about someone in like 5 years, all right, guilty as charged. All right, I made 2 videos about someone in 5 years. Obsessed. Yes, I'm obsessed. Oh God. You're just flinging poop on the walls. Do you have anything of substance you want to say to us, Chad, before I time you out? Because you're violating our rules here. You're flinging poop on the wall. Oh, dairy, yum. You're obsessed with vegetable police. You're ranting about him being carnivore, blah, blah, blah. Just, do you have one thing of any substance to say to us? If not, I'm just going to kick you out of here, okay? Because you're violating our rules. And if you want to see our rules, whether you want to or not, here they are. First, there's your words for all to see, and here are our rules. When trying to debunk veganism, I'll discuss one of your claims at a time. Don't bring up new claims like you're obsessed with vegetable police, you're ranting on his carnivore, blah blah blah. Just give me one thing you want to say. I'm not here to answer every last thing you're going to throw at us. So do you have one thing you want to talk about? If you can't do it, Uncle, please time him out or just ban him for not being able to just comply with this basic request. We're not here to answer every poop-flinging question that anti-vegans have. Just give me your one big thing you want to tell me, and then we'll move on, and thanks for coming. Okay, great, Chad. You're cool. All right, we're fine. All right, you're being respectful. I didn't say you weren't being respectful. Do you understand what I just showed you here? I just showed you rule number 3. Which is, if you're trying to debunk veganism, you're attacking me for making videos about vegetable police and blah, blah, just tell me, give me your argument. What are you trying to say? What is your point that you're trying to make about veganism? Why is it bad or whatever? Just give me that really clearly and I will answer it. If you can't do that, we've given more than enough time to you, and I think that would warrant me to time you out so you can come back next week, because no one anti-vegan shall monopolize our live stream time. I've learned this through the years. We don't need to give you that much time. All right. So anyway, state it and I'll deal with it. Yeah, the twin study. Yeah, that's an interesting study. Yeah, where they took existing twins. This is a small sample size. I think 30 twins, and one eating a healthy vegan diet, other some non-vegan diet, and the vegan diet twins statistically had better biomarkers like LDL cholesterol, body mass index, stuff like that. Okay, so Chad, full thanks for sharing your opinion. You think meat-based keto is better for your body in your opinion. Thanks for sharing that. Awesome. All right, so come back next week if you have something you want to say about veganism, okay? But thanks, Chad. That's it. All right, cool for you. Awesome. I'm glad, because veganism is not about what makes you feel better, what's best for your body. Even though veganism is great for your body, veganism is a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It's not about, ooh, I feel best. And I feel awesome as a vegan, by the way, Chad. I'm not sure what your deal is, but veganism is actually a quite viable diet for pretty much any person. It's not my opinion. It happens to be the opinion of health organizations from around the world that have properly planned a balanced, sensible vegan diet, meaning don't do stupid stuff like VP was doing, like fasting and eating uncooked food only, drinking urine and stuff like that, stuff like Tim Sheaf and all. It's a sensible, balanced vegan diet, like what I happen to be following. There's a reason why I've been vegan for 13 plus years, and I'm an old fart. I'm 56 and a half years old, and I haven't failed. I haven't had to fast or drink pee or anything like that because I follow a sensible and balanced vegan diet. So anyway, forgot what I was going on there, but I'm just pointing out that veganism doesn't care about how you feel. It's not about you. That's the thing about like people like VP that kind of pissed me off, is that they make it about them. I tried going vegan and the results. No, it's not about you. It's about animals. That's why people go vegan. If you're concerned about other things like your health and stuff primarily, then you're following a plant-based diet, which is similar to veganism, but it misses the ethical component. Veganism is not about you. It's not a selfish thing. It's a selfless thing. It's about you actually giving a damn about animals being exploited, being bred into existence, 80 billion per year bred into existence to be exploited and slaughtered so you could have a cheeseburger or drink some milk. That's why people are vegan. That's what the definition of veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So hopefully I taught you something about that. All right, didn't work for you, Chad. Thanks. And come back next week if you have something else you want to say that's different than this week's thing. Okay, thanks, Chad. Thanks for playing. We'll see you later, bro. No, Drew, don't ask him. We don't care. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. So anyway, yeah, good question, Uncle. But yeah, I think Chad can wander back off to where he came from. And if he has a question for us next week, Chad, you're more than welcome to return next week. Okay, you got that? But yeah, we are moving on from you now, Chad. Okay, so bye, thank you. It's all cool, and we're moving. Bond. Now, I haven't been able to work on my dunking for a couple months now. I've had a series of weird, different injuries that have prevented me from doing my proper dunk training. Even just working on plyometrics has been tough lately. Yeah, series of muscle pulls and if you watched last Friday's live stream, I told you how this 260-pound dude that's my height, like, I took a charge on him. He ran right into my hip and elbow, basically. I fell on my elbow. He ran in my hip. And I've been feeling my hip when I went to the gym Tuesday. Fortunately, I didn't play any games because I was having trouble just moving. I couldn't run fast or anything like that. Today, I was able to finally move and play games, but I still, my hip's still sore there to jump. So, no, I haven't been working on any dunk training, but I'm able to lift, though. I'm able to work on a lower body strength. So I predict soon I'll be able to start working on plyometrics again and get back in jumping. So anyway, yeah, veganism debunked, exactly. No, I mean, a 24-year-old, that's my height. He's about 6'5", about 250, 260 pounds. A guy strong in the prime of his life came charging at me, and I was stupid enough to take the charge. Any normal smart person would have got out of his way and let him hit the layup, but no, not me. Mr. Defensive Man here, I took the charge, and yeah, I've had a sore hip since. But I tell you, it's better now. A week later, I'm finally able to play again. So anyway, yep. You dunked. You're rapping hot sauce, Bill. Awesome. But yeah, last week, I'm sorry, just 3 days ago on Tuesday when I went I couldn't even sprint. I'll take one or two steps. I go, man, that pain in the hip is crazy. And now it's okay. Like people, if they bump into my hip now, it's not sore. So I can't even imagine trying to go for big jumps right now. So anyway, that's me and my injury history. Before that, I had a pulled muscle in my torso. I got it when I was doing, it was colder one morning. I went to do some work in my gym. I do hangs, just get up on the bars and hang. Well, I should have done it. I should have done some battle ropes before that to kind of warm up and loosen my body. So I went up and did a hang. And then when I got done, I just noticed like one of my muscles was like totally sore in my chest. And when I went to the gym the next day to try to jump, when you go up and lift your arms, like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't lift my arms up when I'm leaping in the air. So that stopped me there. So I've had a series of dumb injuries that goes back for a couple months now. But I think I'm better. I think next week I can start considering it again. Start working on my plyometrics. So anyway, Dr. Bear. Chad's still here. Let me read Dr. Bear here. She's talking to Chad. Do you understand what an appeal to authority fallacy is? One or two rando doctors could go rogue or don't necessarily represent the scientific consensus. Yeah, anyone with a medical doctorate degree could say anything, but what I present here is, instead of showing you the opinion of a single doctor, some shirtless doctor on Facebook or something like that, no, I show you the opinions of health organizations, associations of health professionals who review the scientific literature. I actually have people who are trained in scientific research, know how to read and understand and interpret scientific studies, understand what the scientific consensus is, and make opinion statements like these over here, rather than some guy on Facebook, yeah, I'm a doctor and here's what I say. Who cares what any one individual says? One person could be crazy for all we know. One person could just be rogue and not really care about science. They might have an agenda, a personal axe to grind. Maybe they profit by disagreeing with the scientific consensus, so people will pay them for their cures or promises or products or what have you. I'm not doing that. I'm showing you the positions of health organizations from around the world who reflect the general scientific consensus. Like, as I said earlier, a well-planned, balanced, sensible, plant-based or vegan diet is nutritionally adequate for all people in all stages of life. So that's the difference between some kind of appeal to authority. Oh, I know a doctor that says something different. Well, great. That's one bro. We're talking about organizations of health professionals. I don't know if you can't understand that distinction or that difference. I don't know if I can help you with that. Hey, Peter. Yes, I saw the video. I saw you sent me some links. Yeah, I'll see if I'll make another video about vegetable police. But tonight, Chad or someone accused me of being obsessed with vegetable police because I made a video this week and one like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. I'm obsessed. So I think if I make 2 in the same month, I'm going to be completely obsessed. I'm going to be like a stalker. But no, basically, if anyone says something stupid about veganism, meaning something that's completely unsupported by facts, by evidence, by logic, I have a duty to respond because that's what I'm trained in: facts, evidence, and logic. I have a degree in philosophy. So I will use that knowledge I have, that skill set I have, to respond to people saying nonsensical, unsupported crap about plant-based or vegan diets. So I might, Peter, yeah, I just wanted to make my Facebook video this week showing you how the haters reacted when I showed my video to them on Facebook about Facebook haters. So yeah, maybe I'll do a vegetable police one next week. Who knows? Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, great point. Yeah, this doesn't. Yeah, we all know. So yeah, plants have protein. Protein doesn't equal meat. I mean, I tell I'm eating high protein plants all the time. I eat legumes pretty much every day. Hey, Diablo, your friend Gunnar Anderson here. He is an NM in chess. What kind of master is an NM? Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm not a huge expert on the different types of masters in chess. Yeah, you're a grandmaster, right, Diablo? Yeah, what is an NM? A national master? Let me know. But yeah, welcome. Let me see if I see your buddy here. I thought you were I thought you played at like no. I thought you played. Oh yeah, your father was a grandmaster. Is that correct, Diablo? That's right. Your father's a grandmaster, and you just play at a high level. Okay, national master. Yeah, now I got it right. Okay, you guys impressed? I just guy that sucks at chess knows a little bit about that. Awesome. Yeah. yeah. I suck at chess. I'm like 1100 on the on chess.com for like 10-minute games. But I play better than that, I think. I actually think my way through. I use clock time to come up with tactics in mid-game. I notice most guys I play with seem to have no tactics. They're just one-move players. I can already predict what their next move is going to be half the time. And if they make a move, I go, oh, how stupid. They really think I'm not going to see that or see what the next move is? Yeah, but anyway, But anyway, yeah, I think my rating's lower than it is because I'll play often when I'm tired, like after going to the gym or something like that, and I'll just give away pieces. I play really loose when I'm tired. I'll give my rook away. I'll give my queen away. Just do some dumb stuff. Then I'll try to settle down. Okay, just cover your bases, right? Don't make those dumb mistakes. And while you're focusing on mid-game tactics, just really focus on not being a stupid idiot at the same time. So anyway, no, I would love to play Go. I'm kind of fascinated about Go after seeing the Google computer play Lee Sedol, South Korea's one of their masters at Go. Kind of fascinated by that game. I just never bothered to buy a Go set or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that sounds fun. Vegan, Brian, animal activist. You're gonna play. You're gonna do a video an hour. Okay, everyone knows. Vegan, Brian, animal activist is has a video coming out in an hour. Ryan plays loose, y'all. I do play loose chess when I'm tired. I've noticed. I know when I'm tired and I play my first game. My goal is to just not to be stupid. If I lose, I lose. If I get outplayed, I get outplayed. But my goal is not to give pieces away. That's what I do when I'm tired. I get so focused in my calculation or just trying to find tactics, I'll do something stupid, So anyway, let's see. Wow, Mellow, greetings. What seems to be your boggle? Just subscribe. All right, thanks for joining us here. Awesome. Thanks, Mellow, greetings. What's my favorite go-to meal from the cookbook? To be honest with you, that Tuscan kale pilaf I just showed you here a second ago, hardly a week goes by. I would say never a week goes by where we don't make the first meal from the book here. That's probably why Angie put it first here, the Tuscan kale pilaf. Make it every week. And let me send you guys a link for our print book. Like the ebook's been on sale since last year, since last Black Friday. But oh, come on. There we go. But the book's been on sale. The hardcover book that I showed you, it's usually $25. It's all color. It's a giant book. It's usually $25, and we've dropped it down to $18. And if you order now, you'll get it way before Christmas. And, don't get dumb gifts for your relatives, like a dumb reindeer sweater or something like that. Get them a book with delicious recipes. And all you happy fam, you guys know now, if you go to the community tab, you even have a deeper discount. But anyway, our book sale, let me put it down here. Okay. Ryan has trouble typing. Veganism debunked. Woo! There we go. Give the gift of vegan recipes, plant-based recipes to your relatives this holiday season, and help us sell a few more books. We still have a decent supply. I bought maybe too many when it came out a few years ago, so I want to make sure that we can sell them out eventually before we move away from here. We don't have to take a bunch of books with us. Yeah, the book's on sale. I'll tell you, it's been $25 forever since we came out, and we dropped it down to $18. $7 off. What's that? What's that percent change, Dr. Bear? Difference over original. Difference of $7. 7 divided by 25. So whatever that is, that's the percent off. That's what is it? It's close to 30%, 28%, something like that. I'm just doing rough fuzzy math. Anyway. Jesse, geez, the live is blowing up so fast. What's blowing up about the live, Jesse? What's going on? And good to see you, Jesse 12string. Sarah is still responding to Chad. Chad's still here. She's saying Sarah grew up with me too, just as I did. Sarah, your family had a cattle ranch, but I saw bad stuff and quit all that nonsense when she turned 18 and left the family house. Yeah, we've pretty much all of us have not grown up in a vegan household, right? Pretty much all of us were raised eating meat, so I don't see that as some kind of excuse as to why a person couldn't go vegan. It just shows, that you grew up in a kind of a standard way, and yet that's not been a problem for pretty much all of us who are vegan. Vegan Brian, do I have a video to promote our book? No, I don't think we have a specific video. Maybe we made one in 2020 or something like that when the book came out, but I don't have any link or recollection exactly right now. But thanks for asking. 28%. I was right, Dr. Bear. I said 30 or 20 something high percent. Oh, it was good. I'm glad my ballparking was pretty close there. I knew it was somewhere between 25 and 33%. See, I know the formula. Just my executing the formula in my head sometimes is tough because I'm not good at that. But I'm pretty good at ballparking numbers. But exact, like Mr. Spock precise calculation, I suck. Bond, how have my workouts lifting been lately? All right, but I haven't been lifting as regularly as I have in the past. For a few reasons. Our schedule's been messed up with the workers waking us up. The street repair thing happening at 7. It kind of messes up my time frames. Normally I'd wake up around 9 o'clock or so. And then I'd go out to our gym about 10. And by then it's warmer. It's cold this time of year. I don't want to go out into our garage. That's where my gym's at, in the garage. If I go out there, like if I wake up at 7:30 and I want go out like at 8:30 or 9, it's still freezing out there. It's better at 10. It warms up. It's in the low 60s by then. So I've been really weird and lazy. I've probably gone out into the gym twice this week. What'd I do? I think I had one leg day and one like kind of chest day. Those are my 2 workouts this week. So they're coming along. I just haven't been doing everything. I've missed all my back, shoulder stuff. I like to get 3 or 4 workouts a week. I've been more like on 2 a week, but it's coming along, still progressing, just not doing the whole gamut of stuff. Graham, you're sometimes jealous of gold card vegans who never ate meat or dairy. Who are these people who never ate meat or dairy ever in their whole lives? I mean, that's pretty rare. Grim fact, I don't know who Melanie Joy is. Is that someone who quit being vegan a long time ago? It sounds like someone I made a video about maybe a few years ago. I don't know. Anyway, when she says that people should be as vegan as they can be, that makes no sense. Let's see what veganism is. It's about buying our book. No, veganism is, this will help you in your veganism if you're looking for food, but veganism has nothing to do about being as much as possible. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And putting that into practice means eating no animal products. So it sounds like, it's like saying, be as vegan as you possibly can. I mean, yeah, it's practical and possible. Yeah, it might not be possible to be completely perfect cruelty-free human, meaning, yeah, if you drive a car, you might run over a bug or something like that. And maybe your parents gave you their old car that has leather seats. What are you supposed to say? No, I can't accept your free $15,000 gift to get to work and school and make my life better. I mean, yeah, as far as possible and practical. I'm not saying you should go out and buy a car with leather seats. Far from it. You should not do that. But I'm saying, yeah, we can't be perfect or anything. So is that what she's saying? But saying, is she talking about eating though? Just eat as much plants as possible? That to me makes no sense. If you truly are against animal cruelty and exploitation, how could you say, I'm going to have a burger today just for the hell of it? How does that make any sense? It's like saying, try not to murder or rape people. Let's say we're talking about rape instead of veganism, like, being against raping people. There must be a word for that or something. If not, let's make one up. Anyway, okay, I'm going to try to not rape people. Maybe I'll just rape a person once in a while, like once every couple of months or something like that. I'm going to be mostly rape-free in my life. See, I don't understand how that makes. Either you're against rape or not. If you know rape is wrong, why would you rape someone just once in a while? Why would you rape people once a year or once a month? Same thing with animal cruelty and exploitation. If you know it's wrong, and you have a way to buy food, you're not trapped on a desert island, your plane crashed in the South Pacific on a tiny atoll or something like that, why would you have to not be vegan? I don't understand that. It's like, why would you have to rape someone? It's the same thing to me. It makes zero sense. If you're against rape, if you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, why would you have to do those things if you didn't have to? It makes zero sense to me. Anyway, She turned the term carnism, Dr. Melanie Joy. Maybe I didn't do anything about this person. She's a psychologist, carnist apologist. Okay, wow. Jen Marie says veganism is about being able in the cult, just being in my cult here, right? That's what veganism really is. So I hope I explained my position clearly on that. I don't understand how you would, if you were truly against animal cruelty and exploitation, why you would have to eat meat. Just like if you're truly against raping, why you would have to rape. It makes zero sense to me. I don't get it. Someone explain to me. It's like telling me, hey, try to imagine there's like a three-sided square. Just try your best. I can't imagine a three-sided square, and I can't imagine being forced to eat meat when you don't have to. You don't want to do it. Makes no sense. Hey, Donna Bananas. Happy Friday to you too, Donna Bananas. Good seeing you. Yeah, Jesse Chelsea. Yeah, buy our book. I like that. I feel like you can get a million recipes on the internet, right? But having hard copies makes them special. It showcases the production. The production, just all the value here that we've added from having all the photos, these carefully crafted recipes, which have been were tested ahead of time. Each one of these, Tracy, our moderator, she hasn't been moderating for a while now, but she tested every one of the recipes in our book here, every single one of them, to make sure they're right and that they work. And Tracy gave some tips how you can add onions and garlics if you want to. So I'm going to leave another link there to our books, our book sale. Anyway, yeah, I agree, Uncle, if I may say so. It's a well done cookbook. Angie put a lot of time into the entire production, the actual coming up with the recipes, and then the actual technical stuff like creating the book, authoring the book digitally and printing it, finding the printers and all that. It's a lot of work. So, let's see. Hey, Ray Walsh. Okay, so Ray's a high school teacher too. I mentioned my veganism whenever it comes up naturally. The kids tend to be interested and ask lots of follow-up questions, so I promote that way. Awesome. See, that's a non-confrontational, evangelical way, of just an organic way of talking about veganism and plant-based eating, right? I think that's totally fine. Especially in the context of being in a professional setting in a school environment where you shouldn't be on a pedestal, spreading your personal beliefs in a context where that's not really what you're there for, not what you're getting paid to do. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, I remember packing your book to Australia. Hey, Robert, I want to ask you a question. This is you're Australian, so let me ask you this. For some weird reason, I use Apple products. Not for some weird reason, but I use Apple products. I use Siri, the voice assistant. And for some reason, I don't know why, many years ago, I chose the Australian voice for Siri because I thought it was the most natural sounding, and I still think it is. I think it's a really nice sounding voice. I feel really comfortable with the Australian male Siri voice. Anyway, when I ask him temperatures, he sometimes says 70 instead of 72. Is there a reason? I just want to know, is there some context there, some Australian cultural thing there that I'm not understanding? Why does he sometimes say 70 I've never heard him say 60 or 50 or 80 just 70 Is it some kind of bug in the programming, or is that an Australian thing? 70 Just let me know. I don't know how to ask ChatGPT this, so I thought I'd ask an actual Australian. So let me know. What is Siri doing when it says 70 like he's trying to say 72? So let you answer me, please, Robert. I'm really curious. It's been bugging me for months. Yeah, soy milk. Yeah. Good. I prefer almond or oat milk or almond milk, but oat's my favorite. Let's see. But I'll drink almond milk sometimes too. 70 do is not an Aussie thing. Oh, thanks, Grimpact. I'm waiting for Robert's confirmation though. What the 70 do thing is. I've just been tripping me and Angie out. Yeah, he'll say 70 do. Like, he'll say it again. We'll say, hey, Shlomo, what's the weather going to be today? And he'll say, today in Long Beach it's going to be 70 do. Like, whoa, he said it again. DSL, I'm a plant deficient vegan, a protein deficient vegan. I'm for plant milks with the least amount of protein. Shlomo, I heard that on a tech show. Because you don't want to say the actual name of it. But if you say, hey, it'll activate mine and maybe yours too. Who knows? But yeah, hey, Shlomo. Siri is high. I've wondered if Siri is just tripping. I don't know. Where are you, Robert? You got to solve this mystery for me about the tripping Siri. 70 do. Oh, Grimfact, you're asking so many questions there, man. How are you supposed to know if animals have been used or not in a movie until you're already watching it? I don't think there's like a barnivore of like movie sites or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to answer your question there. It sounds like it'd be a lot of work if you're gonna screen out every movie before you watch it and try to figure out. And then what if you're not watching a movie? Say you're watching a series, and one week could be all cool. Next week there might be some animal cruelty and exploitation. I guess it's each individual vegan's job to figure out after seeing that, do you want to continue watching it or not? What is the John Rose protocol? Eat nothing but raw food and never wear a shirt? Is that the John Rose protocol? Like fast, raw food, and no shirts? That's all I see about John Rose. Oh, there is a site, AJ. There is a site that tells you if animals were hurt or exploited on movies and TV. What is it, JJ? I've never heard of this. Let me know. Okay, Robert has my answer on 70 do. It's definitely an accent thing, as we, Australians, tend to speak fast. It rolls into one. But how come I've never heard 60? I guess 72, 70. I see what you're saying. The T on 7T kind of rolls into the 2, 72. I see, which is not on like 62. It's a little different. I think I understand, Robert. I'll keep that in mind when I hear Siri tell me the weather and it being 72 next time. Well, what was the John Rose protocol? I didn't want to bring up that I saw some videos that I think were taken down of John Rose saying some pretty anti-Semitic things. I remember seeing these with my own eyes. This is not hearsay. And I was quite shocked there. I didn't want to bring up what's there about John Rose besides being shirtless, fasting, and raw food and anti-Semitism. I don't want to bring that up, but yeah, since you guys brought it up, yeah, that is one of the other few attributes I know about him. Yeah, it is the T in the 70 do. 70 do. But anyway, John Rose or anyone, why would anyone need to follow? If you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, let's have a drink. Why would you want to be raw? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Where's it saying this definition here? If you're eating raw food, that's even better for, being against animal cruelty and exploitation. I understand. It's like raw is like this whole other weird thing. I'm so pissed off that it's somehow connected to veganism, because so many raw people I know, with a few exceptions, there are exceptions, don't get me wrong, but so many people I know that are raw, when I was communicating with more raw people, they didn't give a crap about animal cruelty and exploitation. They were caring about optimal human health, the original natural human diet, and all this weird stuff. That's cool, but that's not what veganism is. Veganism is animal cruelty and exploitation. So my point is that they get on these weird, extreme, restrictive starvation ways of eating. They get sick, then they blame veganism. Like, hey, you weren't even vegan in the first place. You just wanted some kind of woo-woo, optimal caveman human health thing, being like a monkey and stuff. So why do people even care about people like John Rose and any raw person? Like, why does that matter if you're vegan? As I'm saying, I mean, again, I'm not against raw diets per se. I just don't understand why it's connected to veganism, because so many raw, and again, I know there's exceptions. I know maybe a couple of you guys on right now like raw food, as I do, but I don't do it only, and are against animal cruelty and exploitation. But I eat plenty of raw food. I start every morning off as a raw foodist with my smoothies. But I just don't stick to that. I start eating other non-raw stuff as the day progresses. Wow, how come, yeah, I'm reading Dr. Bear responding to Grim Fact. I'm not aware of that. How can he support the concept of veganism without being vegan? Yeah, he doesn't clearly care about animal ethics, so how can he say he supports veganism? He's probably supporting the concept of eating plant-based or something like that. Maybe he thinks the idea of being nice to animals is cool. As I said, anyone who's not a sociopath understands being cruel to animals is wrong. They just don't apply it to every animal. Just apply it to dogs and cats and stuff like that. Animals that they want to love or something like that. But yeah, how can you agree with veganism and not be vegan? That makes no sense. Like, oh, I agree with your anti-rape point of view, Ryan, but I couldn't do that. I'm still going to keep raping people. Like, that doesn't make any sense. How can you agree with veganism and not do it yourself? Drew says, I eat like 75% raw just because I love fruits and veggies. Me too. But it's in no way connected to veganism. Yeah, see, these are, preferences. So if you're vegan, you can have different ways of, getting your calories and stuff in. I totally get it, because the way I start my eating in the day is probably different than most people's. It happens to be raw, but it has nothing to do with veganism. It's just how I like my food to go in after exercising. Let's see, Dr. Bear still responding to Grim Fact. Sounds like Mexi and Cosmic Skeptic and others who pay lip service to veganism but aren't really vegan. Anyway, yeah, good point, Sarah. Yeah, most of the world, especially if your ancestry comes from non-European genetics, such as myself, most Asians are lactose intolerant. Most people living on this planet, most people who have lived on this planet throughout all of human history are lactose intolerant. So there goes any argument that humans ought to be consuming dairy. It's not a proper human food if the vast majority of humans have ever lived can't properly digest and process dairy. Lactose intolerance. Okay, AJ, that site you're telling me about if you want to look up a movie or something ahead of time, like Barnivore for alcohol, the animal cruelty monitoring site is called No Animals Were Harmed. Yeah, that's the little disclaimer they put at the end of movies. Okay, it makes sense. I'll remember that. It's so easy. No animals were harmed. I'll look that up. Thanks. You see, I've been vegan, 13 plus years now? I didn't know that. I learn something new all the time. Can I understand a strong Scottish dialect? I love the Scottish accent, but no, when a Scottish person, I've seen them do this too, so I don't think I'm being stereotyping here. When a Scottish person intentionally puts on an intentionally thick Scottish accent and starts using words that don't exist outside of Scotland, like bairns and stuff like that, no, you'll have no chance of understanding it unless you're familiar or have lived in Scotland and understand a lot of the non-standard words through this thick accent. And I love the Scottish accent. It's my favorite accent of all, probably. Dr. Bear, no, I didn't look at that. Let me see this podcast again. It sounds interesting. Did you ever look? I don't really watch or listen to podcasts much, so it's my bad. Did you ever look into the podcast? Sent me that Mexique made about saying the animal ag industry needs to end, but she thinks she needs to eat animal products for health. What the hell? Why? Where did she get this belief? Again, let's look at not my belief. I'm just a dumb idiot that never studied health or dietetics, as I assume she probably is too. We're all dumb idiots, unless you are an expert in the field, like these organizations of health professionals are. Where's her evidence? Where's Mexi's evidence to disprove or debunk these empirical claims made by organizations of health professionals? What credentials does Mexi have to say, no, this is totally bogus nonsense here? You have to eat animal products in order to be healthy. Like, where does that come from? Where is the health organization supporting her? Or is she merely giving her opinion? Because opinions are, like assholes. Everyone has them, but not everyone has the support of the general scientific consensus after having reviewed the scientific research in the field. Okay, as I thought, Dr. Bear, Mexi is, like me, not educated in nutrition and presented no evidence that she needs to eat animal products. Just as I thought. She was just giving an opinion. So people can say anything, but if there's no evidence, there's no evidence. Then the people need to call her out and say, hey, you just gave us an opinion based on zero evidence. So why should we take that opinion based on zero evidence with any weight? Why should we take it seriously? You just made a complete, just unsupported assertion. Like, there's evidence out there. It's not like we're not like living in the 1940s or something like that. There's nutrition science. We know whether or not it's safe and nutritionally sound to eat a balanced plant-based diet. We know this for a fact now. We don't have to speculate or just sit in an armchair and give opinions based on nothing. I mean, people need to call out people who just make these unsupported claims that go against what is actually known out there about plant-based diets. Anyway. Frustrating. Yeah, AJ asks, who is Mexi? Anyone want to explain who Mexi? Because I barely know who Mexi is. Grim fact, at your local club, a game in which the tables are covered in felt made from wool and where the cues have leather tips. So, I don't know. What are you doing about it? Just kind of curious. What are you going? What's your take on that? Dr. Bear, I can send you the podcast again if you're interested in potentially responding. Yeah, maybe so. Sorry, I'm burping from lunch there, from my burrito. Can you, I know you can't paste the link, but paste me the title and I'll go look for it. Because if she said that, I'm going to make a video response, because that's just complete nonsense to say that someone believes they have to eat meat in order to be healthy. Like, how do you explain to me? I'm probably way older than Mexi, been eating no plants for all these years. I'm sure my blood labs, everything about my healthy lifestyle, my athleticism. Like, how come I'm not dead and falling apart yet? How come she has to eat me? How come she's the only person in the world that has to have me? I want to see this. You got that right, Peter. Okay, Dr. Bear saying Mexi is a leftist YouTuber and hosted the Total Liberation podcast. Kind of ironic to claim to be for total liberation while supporting animal cruelty. Yeah, send me that. I'll check it out. I'll definitely give it a look. She characterized veganism as a consumer boycott. How come people don't understand what veganism is? Again, it's a stance. Well, first of all, it's a diet that is nutritionally adequate, but it's just simply a stance against animal cruelty. Yeah. Secondarily, you're not consuming animal products. So, I mean, as a result of this moral belief here, but you're not boycotting in the sense that, normal, but you're just not buying these products because they go against everything that you believe in. So I guess you could call it a boycott, but that's the weirdest boycott. It's like, I'm boycotting something I don't want. Usually you boycott something that you do want, but you're holding back to make a political statement. No, I don't want meat and dairy products. So how could I be boycotting meat and dairy products when I have no desire for them because I think they're gross and disgusting? Beth, you want to send me that link? I'll take a look for it again, Doctor. It was you, Dr. Bear, right? I was going to mention this. It wasn't AJ, right? I forgot which one of you two brought that up. Grim fact. That's a big can of worms. I don't know if I want to go deeply into that rabbit hole right now, but what is practicable? Well, like what I've seen here, as long as veganism is about being practical in the sense it's not requiring or demanding perfection. If someone says, but you're running over animals when you drive your car, or maybe you're stepping on bugs when you're walking to anywhere, or your food may have harmed some animals when it was harvested. All these things, like, I can't be a perfect person. It's like I still have to go to work. I still need to eat food. That's what the possible and practical means. It might not be possible or practicable to live a life where you're not harming anything. You need to leave the house, right? You have to pay your bills. You have to put food on the table. So if someone's telling you, well, you have to be a perfect vegan, well, that's not possible or practical. That's what it's allowing for. That this idea of perfection that we have a lot of these what I call level 5,000 vegans arguing for. You have to be perfect, no cruelty whatsoever. Like, then you would die. A perfect vegan would be dead, because just the fact of being alive, something's going to be harmed accidentally or unintentionally. That's what the possible or practicable refers to. You don't need to be perfect. Veganism doesn't require perfection. Do your best, meaning go to work and try not to run over an animal. But if you happen to run over an animal, it's all of a sudden you're not vegan. It's like you're not vegan anymore. If you happen to run over a rodent or something like that, you still got to go to work. You got to support your family and yourself. Okay, what'd you send me there, Peter? Here's a video by Vegetable Police that were nothing but angry vegans. I'll check it out later. Is it a recent video, Peter? Because I'll just go look at his channel to see what he's been making lately. Or just send me the link again on Instagram if you haven't already. Yeah, Jen, strive to do your best. Meaning, I want to do my best, but I'm going to go eat a hamburger today because I'm depressed. So that's not doing your best, because you have a choice. You have a choice whether you go to the store and buy a hamburger or buy some plants or something. That's not possible. That's not what possible or practical refers to. Possible or practical just means do your best. Just try to live your life in a way that you're not exploiting animals and you're not participating in animal cruelty and exploitation. Yeah, people overthink the definition. All they left by that is you don't have to be perfect. If you step on a bug, you're still vegan. If you're the person who harvests your potatoes may have harmed an animal, you're still vegan. Okay, a few days ago, and you sent to IG. Okay, thanks, Peter. I'll check it out. Awesome. But I agree, Robert. Yeah, people tend to overthink the definition. So what does Grim Fact think? Regarding being practical, I will make an effort to buy vegan car tires when I need a new set. Yeah, there you go, Grim Fact. But say you're broke, you're on welfare, you don't have enough money. Maybe the vegan car tires cost more than what you can afford, like you wouldn't be able to pay your rent that month, you wouldn't be able to buy your food. Then you might not be able to buy the vegan car tires. I know like Michelin and other more expensive brands have vegan tire lines. What I'm saying is, if you can't afford the vegan car tires because of your economic situation and all you can afford are regular tires, I still think you're vegan. Just do the best that you can, because veganism doesn't require you to like like not be able to pay your rent and you get kicked out and you become homeless or something like that. That's not what veganism is asking for. You do the best you can. If you can afford the vegan car tires, go for it. You know, if you're financially doing well, and if you're not, you know, I don't think you'll lose your vegan card. Hey, Jordan, how's it going? Jordan, Vegan USA 15. Woohoo! Good to see you, Jordan. Jordan's here. Omar, you hurt yourself by accident. Whoa, what'd you do? Are you okay? Diabloso says, Ryan is the voice of reason. Well, I try to be, and I've thought this through a while too. It's not like, it's not like I just thought about this for the first time today or anything like that. Yeah, we're doing good, Jordan. Good to see you. Always better when Jordan's here. But Dr. Bird, did you send me the title of that podcast about Mexi? Send it to me down here. If you sent it already, I didn't see it, so send it and I'll copy it and I'll take a look at it. Maybe that'll be my video next week, because what you said there kind of got me pissed off about what you said. What's that, Bill? Ryan, if you can, if you will, can you and I do a chat experiment? I want to play Reducitarian's Devil Advocate to see how the room feels. You want to try it right now? Go for it. Go for the argument if you want to do it right now. Totally. DB debacle, are you here to argue for eating meat? If you are, make your argument really quickly. If you're just here to say you eat ham sandwiches, I'm gonna just bang your ass without any further notice. You're just trolling us. So if you have a point you want to make other than say I eat ham sandwiches, make it now. And if you don't have one, I'm gonna ban your ass. I'm not going to wait for Peter or Uncle to do it. But you guys can ban him too before me if my trigger hand's a little too slow. Okay, Dr. Bear, thank you there. I'm going to copy that title there, Post-Veganism. Oops. There we go. Got that. Let me get it into a browser tab, and that way I will have it in my search history here. Okay, Total Liberation Podcast. I see it. Is it audio only? I was hoping it'd be a video podcast, but audio will work. I like it when there's video. It's better for me to respond to. I can show and look. But I'll work through it. You need to do some jumping jacks. I need to. Yeah, this has been long. I've been on 2 hours and 11 minutes, so I'm going to finish this up pretty soon, guys. So we'll take a couple quicker questions here. But I want to see if our ham sandwich person really had anything of any substance to say, or are they just here to, I eat a ham sandwich, and, we're supposed to go, oh, wow, man, you just debunked veganism, bro. Ham sandwich. Yeah, you got me. What's that? Why are all great vegans jerks? Why are all vegans such jerks? Is that a question someone's going to ask? Why are... No, that's my question. No, Angie asked that question. Angie's trolling us, I think. Exactly. I'm going to ban Angie. Okay, let's see what Bill's doing here. Okay, since vegans are 2% of the population, would it be better for animals if all animal exploitation was cut by each person by 50%? Wouldn't that make us 50% vegan more than 2 years? I'm just wondering what would make people do that. I'm just being, okay, there's two ways to approach this kind of questioning, Bill. There's being trying to answer in a very real world pragmatic way, or kind of playing more philosophical, like the philosophical questions that religious scholars get into, like how many angels could dance on the head of a pin. I'm not too inclined for those kinds of reasoning, because I'm very practical in my veganism rather than purely philosophical and not having real world application. I'm saying, well, how would people how would this even happen? What kind of scenario would would 50% of the population reduce their animal consumption by 50%? I'm just kind of curious, like, how would this happen? A law?
People literally get pissed off about Meatless Mondays.
Yeah, people get pissed off at Meatless Mondays, let alone saying, oh, they're forced to eat 50% less animals. The thing is, I don't know how you what would motivate people to do that. Would it be great? Yeah, I mean, there'd be if people cut their meat consumption by 50%, unwillingly, they wouldn't be vegan. They would just be eating less meat, and that's great. And there would be fewer animals killed, and vegans should rejoice on that. So that's a win right there. So should vegans be pleased if 50% of the human race, for some reason, decided to cut their meat consumption by 50% but not be vegan? Yeah, it would be a win. They wouldn't be vegan, but it would be a win as far as fewer animals killed. Instead of 80 billion, there would be 40 billion animals raised for slaughter. So that'd be cool. It should please vegans. It wouldn't mean that there are more vegans on the planet or anything like that, but that's how I see it. That's my analysis, my breakdown of the outcome of that. Again, I'm not sure what would ever precipitate that to ever happen, but that's my analysis. If I could just suspend the disbelief on how wild of a scenario that is, that would be the breakdown. But that's cool, Bill. That's fine. If that would save the planet, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm not saying I like non-vegan diets or anything like that. But I mean, to see a reduction of 40 billion animals killed per year should rejoice vegans, and it should rejoice everyone, right? Except for people that really wanted to eat those extra 40 billion animals. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, for the animals, yeah, it would cut down the exploitation for sure. It would definitely make the lives of 40 billion animals a lot better. You going, Dr. Bear? Thanks, Dr. Bear. Good to see you tonight. We missed you. I think it was last week, Dr. Bear. Good to see you. And good night. Tell Dr. Bear I said hi too, if he's nearby. Yeah, Bill, yeah, I agree. Of course, all vegans could stay vegan. Yeah, we wouldn't have to do anything differently and keep working for more. Yeah, exactly. Don't rest on the laurels, exactly. Just keep going for it. Okay, Peter, whose video is that about reducitarianism? I'll check it out. I'm just going with the scenario that Bill gave me here. Yeah, I know there's different ways of looking at reducitarianism, different ways of breaking it down, but just looking at it in the broad way that Bill presented it here, that's my analysis of that hypothetical scenario. And again, we could present reducitarianism with different assumptions and have a whole different kind of analysis. But in this broad picture that Bill brought here, that's my analysis. But yeah, we can analyze it in a different way. Earthing Ed's, yeah, I'm sure Ed will probably analyze it in a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a different way, a more, what's the word? I can't think right now. Nuanced. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Jordan, that's why you're with us tonight. Yeah, I miss you. I know, ever since you've been devoting so much time to that animal sanctuary, which is amazing. I commend you. Big kudos for that, Jordan. But the sad part is, the flip side is that we've been seeing less Jordan on the live streams as a result of that. So that's what I'm selfishly, personally sad about there. But no, good for you. Good work. Animal sanctuaries can use all the volunteers, all the help they can get. It's a tough business to be in, if you want to call it a business. It's just a lot of resources, a lot of work. I've seen it firsthand. So anyone that can volunteer at an animal sanctuary, awesome. Bless you guys. But I'm sad personally because Jordan's not here as much. But I feel better, Jordan, on the flip side of that. Yeah, I'm glad you're sick because you're here with me tonight. I'm so selfish. But feel better, Jordan. Oh, you'll watch us at the animal sanctuary from now on? Hey, you don't even have to watch. Just, do you have can you just have your cell phone, assuming you got one, and some AirPods, whatever? Just listen. You don't have to look at the chat if you don't want. Just listen to the live stream because, I read your guys' comments. So it's really possible for someone to not watch the the video or the comments. Just listen like it was a podcast. You could get something out of that. So Bill's on Earthling Ed says, but what about the other animals that still are killed? Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to work on as vegans, right? If we can get rid of half the animals from being exploited and killed, well, what about the others? Well, there's more work to do still, right? We're not going to stop. Yeah, you're a hero for the animals, Jordan. 100%. Peter has volunteered at an animal sanctuary. Awesome. Let's see. What's that, Bill? As a socialist, I understand not voting for the lesser of two evils and even voting at all. Yet, I will still vote against Trump even if it's still Biden, because if 1,000 people are saved or 10,000 people are saved, it's good. Yeah, that's the calculus a lot of people are having to make on this upcoming and the prior election. I told you last time, I have no political stake. I'm not registered Republican or Democrat. I'm independent. Have been for most of my life. Well, actually, most of my life I was registered peace and freedom. Then Angie finally said, that's a stoner party. Let's get you at least independent. And I was registered Democrat for a short time when I was running for city council here in Long Beach. That was like just for a few months. So I can get a meeting with the California Democratic Party or the local Long Beach branch of it. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I said I would just vote for any competent human, and Biden was the one that fit my qualifications there. Just anyone who wasn't going to like threaten the democratic nation, the democratic process. Pretty nice. I mean, no offense if anyone's peace and freedom party. I love it. I was peace and freedom for maybe 20 years, okay? But she's that's too much of a stoner party. Get at least in one where you can vote in like real primaries and stuff like that. So she's right. I've been independent for most of the 20 years since then. Stereosympathy. I don't know what to say if I get jaded, but I respond to their nonsensical justifications for exploiting animals and making fun of vegans in the process of their exploitation, gaslighting. That's cool, Sarah. Yeah, we have a lot in common. Gen Xers and the Cocteau twins and independents. And from California. And vegan. And tall. And I'm sure I can keep going on. I wonder if I'll ever meet you one day, Sarah. We will. We'll probably meet up sometime, I imagine, in Northern California. That's my guess. Allison, damn, I'm hungry again. I only ate like 3 hours ago. I'm starting to feel a little hungry too. What's that, VLM? Representative democracy. We give consent every 4 or 5 years or so. 20th century. Yeah, we need a participatory democracy where the lower lies in power. Power lies in our own hands. Yeah, that would be something more like a more like ancient Greek version of democracy, where actual more people participate in it than like how it works now. Even though they really limited it to like male property owning slave owners or something really horrible like that, but they kind of had the idea you need a lot of people to participate in it rather than just have an elected representative or two. Robert Bird, good to see you tonight, Robert. I'll be going soon too, so you're probably not missing anything. And you too, Drew. I should get going then. If Robert's going, Drew's going, Foo's left, I should get going too. So anyway, guys, hopefully no one's upset with me revealing how I feel about politics and anything. I'm independent, and I'm just, not seen too much on one side of the aisle that's been too appealing to me for the past like 20, 30 years. So just kill me or sue me if you want, but hopefully you guys understand. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not telling you guys what you have to do or anything like that. I'm just a human with opinions and beliefs too. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm glad you like this show, Sarah. And let's see, anything I want to tell you. Still not too late to get one of our books, guys. I'll put the link one more time. I'll have Angie and I sign it. It's on sale right now, $18. And for you happy fam, it's even discounted to lower pretty much our costs. You know, we want to ship them out, give them to people, give them as gifts, and we can still get it to you by Christmas. I mean, today's Friday, December 8th, 9th, 10th. I'll go to the post office on Monday the 11th, ship them out to you. Tons of time. Take the stress off of you. You guys are worried like, God, what do I buy for Christmas gifts? Get the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. So Angie and I'll sign it if you want. If you're going to send it as a gift, we won't sign it. Just so you can indicate that when you order if you want it autographed or not. But we are more than happy to, guys. So anyway, guys, let's see. I have a lot of video ideas that you guys have been giving me. Peter's sent me a few from Vegetable Police, and Dr. Bear sent me the Mexi one about how veganism is cool, but she doesn't want to be vegan because she needs protein, meat, or something like that. I'll take a look at all these ideas you guys sent me. So thank you so much. And I have a few ideas on my own. So gosh, you know, I can't keep up with all this, which is good. It's a good problem to have. So thank you so much for sending me all your ideas. So yeah, I should have a video out next week. Angie should have something for the Happy Fam, all our channel members, another little video in a couple days. So keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, for everyone else, I'll see you guys next week, hopefully when we premiere my new video, whichever one that will be. Probably something we talked about tonight. And I'll see you guys next Friday in the live stream. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I want to thank you once again for spending some time with me on your Friday or Saturday and just chilling out, hanging out, and our vegan crew here all just talking about all things vegan and educating everyone. Like, you know, I learned tonight about that site, no animals were harmed. I'll look that up next time to see what animals might have been in a movie. That's cool to know. All right, guys, so be nice to everyone, even to the anti-vegans. Try not to get any fights, you know, and don't let them get on your nerves. Just block, report, move on, and get on with your lives. Remember, no one has the right to be in your face spreading hate and harassment at you. Just, we all have the right to have peaceful lives. So if anyone does that to you online, block them. If anyone does that to you in real life, go turn the other way. You know, live a happy life where people aren't trying to bring down your mental health. That's, you know, priceless and important, guys. So anyway, that's enough of my rant there. But anyway, guys, much love, peace to y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Uncle, for moderating and banning and blocking people. And much love to you guys. We will see you next week. So much love, peace, love, and doesn't suck being vegan.